What's up, everybody? Welcome to your kind of funny pre-show. It's me, Joey.
The pre-show peeps.
Why do we have a wired lav right here?
Oh, you toss it under there. I was just experimenting for the phone.
We're doing some experimenting on some things. It's me, Joey. Kevin's back there. He was wooing his little heart out. Little woo girl over there. Kev, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Kev looks real
tired. I
tired.
might go home and take a nap in a little bit.
Oh, that could be fun. Can I see the chat?
No.
Okay.
There it is.
Sorry, chat.
There it
Hi,
is.
chat.
Ahoy, hoy.
Luke Lewis has the day off from work today, so he can watch live, which is exciting. Oh, because it's Veterans Day. Is that not one of those days we get off? I guess not, huh?
Barrett. Camera's 3 is just off. I'm not sure why. That's weird.
That's very weird.
The
Hi,
power
Tim Tam.
slipped
What's up, everybody?
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
in?
Yeah.
Tim.
I've been
Doing the things.
sequestered, moving.
Oh, how was moving?
Oh, I mean, it's about as fun as you
Can
would
imagine.
think. Yeah, my thighs
Are you
hurt.
moved?
Everything is moved.
Is the power
Oh.
plugged in? Sorry, we're
Everything is moved. Yes, which is not fun. Gia had the brilliant idea to hire movers,
Yeah.
except not plural.
Oh.
She hired a mover.
Was he not as good as the ad said he was going to be?
He was, but that humans can only have so much strength and can only hold things so big, which means other humans need to help. Which
Oh,
means at some
you.
point I'm an asshole if I just make Gia do it. Which, trust me, I did for a lot longer than most people would. But then I had to step in, and now my whole body is telling me why I shouldn't have done that.
Body's telling you no.
My body's telling me no. Everything was telling me no, except for Gia.
Yeah. Chance
Yeah.
Carter says, Joey, getting excited for London yet? I'm not excited for London because I don't get to go.
Chance Carter, are you Londonese?
No, but the stack up, not
Oh, he won?
Yeah, he's one of the people that is going over.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Awesome.
That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. That reminds me, I still need to send you your confirmation ticket thing.
Hinasi Rojas said, "Did Kevin not help you move?" Three prongs to this right here. One, Kevin was at a wedding.
Yeah, what?
2, I'm reserving Kevin for when I really need him, which will be soon. The building process. 3, Kevin didn't help me move because that's the equivalent of hiring a mover, because then I would need to help Kevin
Yeah, that's
help
true.
me move.
I will make you.
Will I maybe enlist Kevin to help me move once I get my furniture up here? Potentially.
Let's do it, dude. I got a pickup truck and no reason to use it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Oh, I don't think I need your truck because Galen just bought a truck. So then we're just going to hitch a trailer to his
Trucks
truck.
on trucks on trucks.
And then bring my
Nobody
stuff up. So
likes
I'll
it.
just need it. I'll just need you to help me get this stuff up the stairs.
Oh, man. Me and Cool Greg are on it.
Hey, now that I have the movie bros here,
Yeah.
just me and you guys, we got Disney Plus in hours, baby.
I'm so stressed out.
Me too.
I'm very
So,
stressed
what,
out.
Joey
Why
was
you
telling me it's
stressed?
3 a.m.? There's so much to watch.
Well, we don't fucking know, man.
Yeah.
We're getting conflicting reports. Star Wars countdown's ending at midnight. Disney Plus's countdown's ending at 3 a.m. I don't know, man.
It's stressful.
Are you
very
going to watch anything tonight if it ends at midnight?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I need to watch Mandalorian.
Don't we have it's scheduled for 9 a.m.?
I mean, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I would much
maybe
rather.
we should have a conversation because if none of us are doing it, and then Nick and Greg come and think somebody's doing it,
They could do it then.
but do either of them have Disney Plus?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be fine.
And no apps available at the moment. Is that correct?
No, I keep checking, and that's the part that stresses me out. Our friend Rochelle texted me the other night. Was like, Joey, I need help. My dad really excited about this Disney Plus and wants to make sure that we're all set. How do I watch this? I was like, let me tell you, you can't. No way to do it yet. There's
Yeah.
no apps available. It's
Yeah.
stressful.
I'm very interested in see how the apps go, because in the Netherlands, where they're doing the beta program for
Yes.
Disney Plus, it's been all over the fucking place.
Really?
Where Samsung doesn't have 4K. Like, any Samsung TV just won't play 4K or HDR.
That's weird.
And LGs won't play HDR, but they will play just
4K.
4K in general. It's like all this stuff, but then things have been randomly turning on. So it feels like they're going to have this all figured out. But what TVs will have what apps? I don't fucking know, Kevin. We'll have to wait and see.
Yesterday hopefully Chromecast is working.
I mean, that too.
Yeah, because that's what I'm gonna use. I think
Yeah.
for the most part until Like unless LG's like app is working perfectly.
It should be.
Hmm.
But we'll see. Kev, can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Lexi Gunner says, Tim, do you see the new 4s called the what the? Can you look up what the Jordan 4s? Thank you.
This is the most important.
It's very important because, as she said, it combines parts of a bunch of my favorite.
Whoa.
It's not those. Those, I think, are the infrareds.
No, go to the first link.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
I don't like that they're not the same.
Go down.
Hold on 1 second. Good enough. Go down?
Yes, please. Interesting.
Oh, there's a lot of colors being thrown.
Yeah, it's like it is parts of like a bunch of different classic Jordans like anamorphed together, like mid anamorph. Yeah, I don't know.
I hate. That's.
It's interesting, but yeah, it's not my.
Oh my god.
Not my
vibe.
vibe.
Why don't they match?
Because it's a bunch of different parts. Frankenstein.
See, that's
Why
my
would they
thing.
do
I like
this?
that they.
Is it
I
called
like
the
when
what,
they
though?
match.
Like what the fucks?
Yeah, I don't think they
this
really want to
bo-
put
this
fuck
bothers me.
in their
This bothers
title.
me. Tim, I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I understand. People, I can imagine people having really dope outfits that I could never pull off.
I appreciate how many.
You don't think you could pull that off with an all black?
No.
You don't think so?
No, that's not pulling it off. That's
Don't you
just-
have like a blue bomber jacket like that though? Like that color blue?
I do, but also, Joey, I have the blue Jordan 4s there that they're using that are just the white and blue, the militaries.
That's true.
I love them. My favorite Jordans.
Really?
There are so.
Are those ones you wore to prom?
I can't believe that I'm still scrolling through pictures of this damn
yes.
thing.
Okay.
How many fucking pictures can they take of shoes?
Oh, I don't like them with. I like the tealy, like cerulean blue. I don't like the royal.
It's not. It's just the picture. It's that color blue.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
that's it.
yeah.
That was
Back to
all
the
of
chat, please.
So you're all moved. Very exciting.
It is.
it. I'm gonna go home
One
and take
thing
naps.
down,
Have
one
fun.
more left to
Joey,
do.
6 o'clock?
6 o'clock. I'll be here. Alex Beasenel says, "What are the movie bros seeing next? Tonight we're seeing The Good Liar with Helen Mirren and somebody else.
Oh,
It's like the two old people
Ian
getting
McKellen?
McKellen.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Saw
It's
the
like-
trailer for last night. It looks fucking rad.
Yeah.
You think
It's
there's
like
a sex
two old
scene?
people that are like getting matchmade together, but it's like, what secrets do they both have? And I don't know.
And Ian McKellen seems to be like a hitman.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Or like a
like a
hustler.
a gun for hire or something like that. And
Yeah,
he's, like,
trying to hustle his
fucking-
way into some of her like money that she's got.
Interesting.
He's badass in that trailer.
Let me tell you. Can we talk about all the things that Kevin?
I think he's gone.
Did he literally just walk out? There's no way.
No, I don't think. He's probably still lingering around.
Kevin!
Kevin!
Oh,
I hear him.
Yep.
Can we talk about any of the stuff that we're seeing this week, or is it a secret?
I don't think any of it has embargoes.
Okay, sweet.
Also,
They're cool. Be cool, chat. Chat, be cool. We're seeing a lot of stuff. So we're seeing The Good Liar tonight.
Yeah.
We're seeing Charlie's Angels tomorrow.
So stoked.
Wednesday, we're seeing Frozen 2.
That one.
Be cool, guys.
Be
We're
cool.
not seeing it.
Can I still say the other Wednesday thing?
No.
Okay. Well, we're seeing another thing Wednesday night that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
It's a lot less scary when you don't know who's gonna come after you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
in gaming, you know it's
You
gonna be
know
like a ROM
exactly
or
who.
like,
Yeah.
Like, who's doing Charlie's Angels? Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
fucking, I don't know.
Fucking
Cameron Diaz
Bosley.
gonna come after me? I don't
Yeah,
know,
man,
bro.
let's
What's
do
the
it.
What's the last one we're seeing?
Thursday, we're seeing Marriage Story.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
stoked.
You guys are
Ooh.
watching a
Excited
bunch
about
of
And then
useless stuff.
Friday,
Oh,
we're
Marriage Story? Come on, it's supposed to be an
no,
Oscar
that's supposed to be
contender.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
sounds
look
like a
fucking
fucking.
heard of it.
That sounds like a
Okay, The
fucking
Good Place?
JRPG I would
Good-
never
whatever
play,
the-
dude.
You don't like The Good Place?
Mike L says, watch Jojo Rabbit. We already talked about
Yeah,
that
we
on
talked about it at
Screencast
length.
weeks
Might be my
ago.
movie of the year. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Peanut
watched it.
Butter Falcon, also
I watched it
good.
last night, Kevin. I'm kind of there with you.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right?
I'm kind of there
That
with you.
Peanut Butter Falcon like shocked the shit out of me. Where it's
Yeah.
like I didn't think anything could knock Infinity or
Endgame.
Endgame
Yeah.
out of the water so much, but here we are.
The Peanut
Yeah.
Butter Falcon.
And then, yeah, Friday night.
Andy,
We'll be here.
what's the Peanut Butter Falcon about?
Oh, damn. Let me tell you about this Falcon. He just can't get enough of this peanut butter, man. He just can't get his fucking beak out of it, man.
You're making fun of a great movie, okay? I hope you know that.
I actually know what it's about. Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Ignacio Rojas says, "Did I watch Patriot Act yet? No.
What's the? Oh, is it back?
It is back.
Ooh.
I haven't watched it
All right,
yet.
I'm not even
Very
cool, guys.
excited.
Bye.
And the Barrett, can you scroll up just a little bit? There's some things I wanted to address here. Oh, Andrew Feisner says, "Is Frozen review still happening?" No, it's not. We haven't announced that anywhere, just because of scheduling and because the Mandalorian's essentially fucking everything up, but in a good way. Hopefully, it's fantastic and it's worth it, and
I'm so excited.
I believe it will be. But because of that, Frozen 2 will just be a review on Screencast.
Yes, Belinda will
Not
still
this
be
week.
involved.
Belinda's doing the review with Joey and me and Kevin.
Yeah.
On next Friday.
Are we maybe going to have
maybe.
special outfits for that?
Ooh.
Tune in to see.
I want to see Tim.
You want a special?
I want to
You
see
were not
Tim dressed
included
up
in the
as that
special
fucking
outfit
reindeer.
conversation.
Dude,
But you could be.
I mean, I'm in.
Okay.
I don't. Why can't I be Elsa?
Because we've already purchased things.
Fuck, I love
Timothy.
it. I'm proud of you guys.
You'll really like them when you see it. I'll show you after.
Yeah?
Oh, no, I took them home.
That's dope as fuck. I'm really stoked for Frozen 2.
Me too.
Getting good reviews. But it's in that early review process where you don't trust anybody
Yeah.
because everyone loves everything.
Yeah.
They're just stoked to be
that.
invited.
Been there.
Been there. Totally
Everyone's
get
saying
it.
that there's a song that's a banger that's even more of a banger than Let It Go.
Yeah, Into the Unknown is what I hear. Is like the
They debuted it on Dancing with the Stars, Joey.
Which
Really?
I would know if I wasn't such a fucking pleb.
Clown.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good week.
Is that right that we only have one, or did I miscopy?
Nope, just one.
Cool.
Hey, it's me, Joey.
Speaking
Talking
to the
it's me,
mic.
Joey.
And I'm talking into the mic. Is it working? Is it not working? This is a fun game. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Miss Yasmin says, "Tim, you see the Scoob trailer?" I have not yet.
I haven't either.
You
I'm
in?
fucking in,
Yeah?
man. It looks so good.
I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it after this.
Tim.
Someone did make a good point though. It should have been Matthew Lillard who voiced Shaggy in this
Yeah,
movie.
he's too good,
Because
man.
he is fucking
so
Shaggy
good.
at this point.
It's fucking
Does
Is Casey
this
Kasem
mean-
still alive?
Casey
I think
Kasem.
no.
Original voice of Shaggy?
Ooh.
No. He
No,
did that one cameo in Saved by the Bell too, and it was a big deal.
no, he
Saved by the Bell
isn't
too?
because I
Saved by the
remember
Bell
Matthew
as well.
Lillard wanted to make Shaggy a vegan in memory of Casey.
But the
Kasem.
Zack tank had a problem.
Real important question. With the emergence of Scoob, does it mean we get Scooby-Doo in review?
Oh, dude,
Because I'm so in.
dude.
Hey, I cannot confirm nor deny this information.
We're not
but,
ready. We're not
I
at
need,
a liberty to talk about.
I
this.
need to look at some scheduling calendar stuff.
Has there been
because-
any clarification today on Mandalorian go time?
No.
It's
No?
upsetting.
So right now, the furthest clarification we have, Greg Miller, is that StarWars.com is saying midnight, Disney.com is saying 3 a.m.
Marvel.com was saying 6 a.m. at one point.
Great.
What the fuck?
I love it.
Maybe it's rolling. Star Wars stuff comes out at midnight. Marvel stuff comes out at 6 a.m.
Fucking
and all the
listeners
bullshit
so good.
Disney. That's my next question for you.
I hate that Nick went to go see Lizzo so bad.
Oh my god.
What?
It makes me so happy.
Where do I get this app? Is it an app?
Yeah, it's not available
Once
anywhere.
these times hit,
We'll know something.
the apps will be available.
Hopefully.
Can I get it? Where do?
It's available anywhere.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yes.
it'll be on PS4.
No, my apologies. Okay,
Yep.
cool. My TV.
Theoretically, it will be everywhere. Do I believe that? Absolutely not.
Probably
but,
watching on our computers. Tonight.
But that's I was telling them
I think
earlier.
everything's gonna crash.
There was
That's true,
betas in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And like they've been having everything slowly roll out, and at this point, it's pretty much everywhere except the Nintendo Switch. But it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, the theory is that it is 3 a.m. here, and they're doing that because they want to have it at a weird time, so not everybody's doing it at the same time, because there would probably be like server overloads and shit if we're doing it all at a normal hour.
From what I've seen, and I've seen a bunch of interviews and shit, they're just like, yo, we're not worried about that at all. Like,
Really?
our shit's totally good. It's not like they're just launching a new service. They've had the streaming stuff in play for
Jesus.
years.
Nick, what is that? What is happening right now? Oh, I hate that noise.
Okay, just turn my mic
No, it's
down.
fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Turn his mic up. Isolate just his mic.
Someone in the chat said they're doing a fucking, what was it? Yeah, Hanna-Barbera Cinematic Universe. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. Is it?
No, that means we'd have to watch Rocky and Bullwinkle, and nobody wants to watch that.
What? Okay.
Do you think the one Morticia lady, or what's her name?
Morticia Adams.
The
Morticia
Russian
Adams.
Oh, I
lady.
don't
Did
know.
she
what-
fuck with the election?
She would have. Yeah,
Rocky
that
and
would
Bullwinkle,
definitely
she
would
was
have.
definitely part
if
of
we
the
if you gave her enough money, 100%.
Natasha?
Natasha
Yeah.
Romanoff. No.
No,
that's
that's the other one.
that's Black Widow.
And she had like a little guy with her.
Yeah, that was like her. Yeah,
Boris.
Boris and Natasha. Yeah,
I'm there, guys. Don't worry.
you're right there with me, dude.
Apparently, Mark Wahlberg's in this Scooby movie.
Oh no.
Not sure about that.
Say hello to your mother for
I
me.
am. Hell yeah.
Who do you think he's gonna be?
He's Mark Wahlberg.
He's just
Scrappy.
himself. Oh no.
It'll be great.
It's gonna be the best
Hey,
thing. Why is that song in my head? Was that the song Imran was talking shit about?
No, it's
And
different.
somebody posted like "fuck you, Imran." 'cause you
No,
hate this
that was
song.
Jason Mraz.
Oh,
I'm yours.
Song super
The way
overplayed. I'm
you
team
look, the
Imran
way
with that.
you-
Different one altogether too.
I'm real.
Ja Rule. Ja Rule.
And
And J-Lo,
Ashanti?
right? Oh, Ashanti. Right. You're right. You're right.
no, it's Jayla.
Was it?
It was Jayla. Yeah.
You talk the way I'm real.
And I can't go without you.
Is,
Monica.
This is a question for you. Ja Rule and Ashanti did like a Valentine's Day show every year for a long time. Do you know if they're still doing it?
Pretty sure they're still doing it because after he got canceled, they still did it. I don't know if he got canceled, but showing me after that.
Yeah, Firefest thing.
Yeah, that was I don't know. I got canceled.
Interesting.
Firefest was this year.
No,
No,
it
it wasn't.
No.
Oh no.
The documentaries were this year.
What?
The documentaries were this year.
No, that's what I meant. Yeah. That's,
Okay,
No,
okay.
I was talking about the actual thing. I'm thinking like our discourse with Firefest and being obsessed with this thing
Yeah.
was in February, right?
This year early, yeah.
You could tell me that was 3 years ago, and I'd believe you. You could tell me it was
Probably just
3
a
months
flat circle
ago.
right now.
Exactly.
Remember, it was like 3 days ago we were talking about how it was January. January? We were in January, and I was like, it already feels like we're in June. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah,
Okay, are you officially gone now?
Yeah, thanks. Sorry.
Big Daddy Nick.
Big old daddy Nick.
Big old Daddy Nick.
How are you feeling, doggy dog?
Not great.
What's wrong?
Literally,
It's so hot in here.
me, Andy, and Tim are all in black T-shirts with just white on them. You put some color on yours. That's gonna be good. You know what I
that's so
mean?
true,
That
yeah.
Lizzo shirt, but the rest of us looking like clowns. Straight
When I
clowns.
saw Tim walking in the street up here, I saw his shirt. It's a Lucy Camp shirt, but I couldn't see it from far away. And I thought, is he wearing the same fucking shirt that I got? There's no way.
I mean, there's absolutely way.
Oh, yeah.
We wear the same shit all the time. There's not one shirt. We like literally have to have a Slack channel that we don't use anymore. For I'm wearing.
I still
what
do it.
t-shirt.
I still watch
Do
it.
you?
I text usually in the mornings, not for work, but for like events.
Yeah. Well, if you and I are in Toronto together, we don't want to look like big brother, little brother,
No.
twins.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like I'm the Danny DeVito, and you get to be kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
Sure,
not really. Let's
sure,
be honest.
sure.
You're just better Danny
Kind
DeVito.
of.
Better Danny DeVito.
I love that.
Hand me a little coaster. Can I get a coaster?
Can I get a what?
I don't need 9. I just need 1. That's good.
I hate you so goddamn much. I love how it takes like 3 seconds of me talking to you for you to just hit me with the Nick.
What? What
You
did I
know?
do?
I don't know. Just, you
I
don't
asked
need
for a
that.
coaster. You grabbed a handful
I
of them.
went to get the right colored one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You just assume.
What does it matter? Do we have a color for this one? Who knows?
Oh, shit.
I tell you
It's
what.
one of those automated calls where it came up fraud risk.
I get a lot of those.
And it was
yeah.
like, oh, I think that's legit, but then I answer it and it's already into like the phone tree. And it's like, I'm sorry, that's not a valid command.
I keep getting calls. I need to go
call
to court.
your fucking call your. Oh, I got one of those the other day. Of like, your social security number's been compromised. You might have to go to court, or there'll be a warrant. I'm like, that's not how social security numbers act. Fuck off.
Nope. Oh, the antipasta twice just because she is so nice, Angelina. What's been going on, guys? What have you guys been doing?
Did you see? There's a movie I saw. It's old. Not like ancient.
Why is
Okay.
it so
Stanley Tucci,
Yeah.
Monk,
Yeah.
they're brothers.
Stanley Tucci and it's a big night.
cool?
Yep. Did you watch it?
I've seen it.
I watched it on a plane.
it a long time ago when it came out.
I watched it on a plane. I really enjoyed it.
The ZD, where they
Yeah.
keep talking about the ZD.
Yeah, and the guy's gonna come, Louis, whoever,
Yeah.
and like everybody's excited.
That's really fun. Tim, you know what movie I watched over the weekend?
What did you
Finally,
watch?
Happy Death Day.
Okay.
And
Hell yeah.
I
Hell
watched it
yeah.
with Dee. I made her say that. She's like, I don't like scary movies. And I'm like, I don't think this is going to be scary.
Yeah.
I think this one's supposed to be like silly, kind of fun. And we really liked it. I'm looking forward to Happy Death
Are
Day.
you
to
geared
you.
up?
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
That's going to be next
Let's
week.
fuck
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention. You didn't watch the second.
Well, I have not seen the second one. No, I hadn't seen
What
it.
a cinematic universe!
I love it, man.
Thank goodness it's
Bring
there.
it on
There's
forever.
there's a friend of mine who early on when I was like doing the touring stuff with my band, he was in a much like more popular band at the time, and they kind of took us under their wing, and they're like, "Oh, we like these guys. We're gonna bring us with them." But one of the guys who played guitar and he sang in that band, he's a stuntman / like kind of acts in some parts, and he was in Happy Death Day to what's it called?
To You.
To
That's the second one.
He was in that movie. I'm not exactly sure what the fuck he did, but I just saw someone tag him. I was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't know Caleb was in that movie." And he's also in a bunch of he'll pop up in like SVU as like the criminal, and he'll like his Instagram is just a bunch of him jumping off of buildings into like foam pits, and he's a crazy gymnast. He's really, really cool. It's like
I'm topping off this coffee when I sit down. This podcast starting.
okay.
Cool, Greg. Have you seen Happy Death Day?
No, I haven't. I feel like you'd like it a lot.
Dude, it is a cool Greg ass universe.
Because it's very much in line of a more adult Goosebumps. I don't know if I can.
Nick
Can I
just trying
sell
to
that?
relate.
Can I sell that? No, but
I mean,
it's
I
not really a
feel
horror
you, though.
movie.
It's not horror at
kind of-
all.
It's more fun and like
Yeah.
it's horror-ish, but it's not gory.
Yeah, the concept is horror, but
Yeah.
it's not.
I want to give a shout out to
Have you
that.
seen it?
That
No.
No,
the
it's
lead in
so
it, she's
fun, man.
awesome.
She's so good.
And
So
very, very good comedic chops. She has a good look.
Yeah, good
That's
eye
like-
roll.
Yeah, good eye roll.
Yeah.
They goes great casting across the
Yeah.
board. Yeah,
Fantastic,
very
man.
excited to see the second one.
Dude, I love it because without spoiling shit, 2 is essentially like anyone that was in the first movie, they're just in the second one even more. And it's just like never expected to see that guy as a main actor. And then he is the plot.
Like,
You're
but the main actor is the friend that opens the doors
yeah.
only in that one scene,
You're
right?
like, what the
That's
fuck?
great.
Oh,
I love
he's
it.
Tim Bauer
I'm Tim Bauer.
in First Dimension and Second Dimension. I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
Chance Carter says, Nick, going to see Burt
don't
Kreischer
either.
next week. Did you enjoy seeing him live when you saw him in SF? I actually saw him down at the Irvine Improv, and yes, I enjoyed it very, very much. Burt is hilarious and really fun to watch for an hour, and he had a great opener with him, which I'm sure he'll bring again.
Ignacio earlier in the chat was saying, Nick, do you still do stand-up?
I do. I had a show last week at a leather bar that was for...
What's a leather bar?
It's like a place where dudes go and wear leather to meet other dudes. And it's intense. It's on
What's the
Folsom.
difference between a leather bar and a gay bar?
I mean, gay bars are just gay bars. This is a gay leather bar where it's like, it's very much.
It's so weird to me because like
It's very much like guys
There
go
are-
to have that look. It's like Folsom Street Fair.
Yeah.
This is like
Oh,
where
okay.
it ends.
Okay. Where it
And so,
ends.
and when you
'Cause
go
I'm
there,
thinking,
it's
like-
very much like domination, like power BDSM style thing. But they run a mic there every week, and I went the week.
You didn't know. You just happened to be there.
No, but this was the mic that I was talking about where I went to go to the bathroom and I was like, this is so weird that A, the urinal is outside, and B, there's mirrors at crotch level. And then I realized, this is not where I'm supposed to be peeing, but I'd already started peeing. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just let it go now. But then I looked over my shoulder and there's like 5 guys behind me like, what's up? There's a bathroom inside. That's a normal bathroom. This is just so you could look at guys' wangs.
that's interesting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer / seducer, Nick Scarpino.
How's your coffee?
It's gonna be dynamite.
Do you want to hear the rest of that story? Or
Yeah. Oh no. I like to. We do the pre-show, of course. If you go to patreon.com/kindoffunny, you can watch live as we record the show, get it ad-free. Plus, you get those big pre and post shows. You can get them after the fact too. If you don't watch them live, you don't give us any bucks. You go to YouTube, you go to Rooster Teeth, you go to podcast services, you get it there. So I like the tease.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just like me, right? I walked out during the pre-show. I said when I come back and I sit down, the show starts.
Yeah.
I sat down. You're peeing outside while people look at your wang.
Yeah.
What else is there to the story?
No, that's pretty much it.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Then you
It's
did
crazy
stand-up
out
comedy in
there.
front, so everybody could just see your dick.
I didn't realize that was like a thing that they do there. It's like a kink thing at the bar specifically. You can go to the normal bathroom if you don't want people to see your pee-pee.
Sure, but you don't mind.
I mean, I don't know. It's the only part of my body I actually like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down if other people want to see it. But
It's eerie sometimes how it all syncs up. Because I did want to talk about something very similar here. I'll get to it in one second.
we're all the same person.
Over here, the Hispanic heartthrob, Andy Cortez.
Hey guys, a lot of people giving me shit about not eating a torta in the comments from last week.
Yeah?
Like,
What about it?
I'll say I'm a little upset
tacos
about it.
are our main export.
Listen-
Like there isn't one person in my predominantly like Spanish speaking family who's eating a torta. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Torta. I don't even
I
want to say
love how
it
you say it with disgust, like a
because
gringo.
I looked at it and it's like this looks like a burger. This isn't like something like we just say tacos and fajitas and botanas. You have a botana?
No,
Yeah, but if
I
you
didn't
say-
want to,
if
though.
you
I
say-
want to.
A botana is like a
with those. It's
A botana is a giant platter just full of fucking like
Oh, yeah.
fajitas and
Yeah.
chips and cheese and guac. It's like a giant platter.
Fuck
it's like
yeah,
we're
that
partying
sounds
tonight.
great.
Yeah. But a lot of people like, checking my Mexican card. I was like, well, first off, I don't speak Spanish very good, so that should have been your first. That should have been your first indication. But like, I haven't eaten a torta. Fuck
That's
off.
the big problem with you, and it's hard for us to say because we're 3 white guys at the table. But it just seems like you're really bad at being Mexican.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the Mexican. I think it's just like a human being. Like, because here's the thing:
You're bad at being a
mac
human
and
being.
cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Corn dogs were a thing.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm not surprised you didn't have. If you were like, oh man, I've never had a taco, I'd be like, that's Andy. You know?
But like I haven't had a
Your
torta.
teeth fell out too that time.
Yeah, but that's different though.
My tooth fell
But like
out,
I
yeah.
just feel like
eating fajita.
It's
That's what it was.
I just feel like growing up in Southern California, tortas weren't a thing. They
Yeah,
just
same
weren't.
with.
I only
Like,
know
I've
it from
never-
taco trucks.
yeah.
Like I said,
I've
Ryan
se-
Gettys back at IGN when the taco truck would roll up and we'd all go get tacos or burritos, he would get a torta.
Like it was always. I
I'm saying
guess
it right?
it's
Torta.
on the menu
Torta.
everywhere I've
Torta.
ever gone, but it's not the go-to thing.
Barrett, can you
I don't
throw me
think
some
it's
photos
go-to
of
anyway.
tortas?
Not by
There's not
any
torta trucks. You know what I
Tortas.
mean?
Yeah, it's taco trucks.
Yeah.
burrito trucks, chili
means.
trucks.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortas.
There you go. Just throw me up a torta because it's another one. I see people eating them. Yeah, I see.
It just
Like,
doesn't,
it
it
looks
looks
like-
good. Also, it looks disgusting.
What?
Yeah. Like,
I wouldn't say it looks disgusting.
No, it
fucking
does. That
picture
does
looks
because it's
gross.
got the smush. I don't like that. I don't like it when the thing like. I like a Cubano once in a while when I can psych myself up that
Click
I'm
on
gonna
one
be
that
greasy. It's gonna be greasy. We're gonna roll in a pit of
Oh,
grease.
no. One
Cool
down and
Greg.
one over.
Cool Greg, you can never
Click on
eat one of
that
these. The ingredients
That
for the
looks
one
disgusting.
that the ingredients for the one we were looking at was 1 cup of mayonnaise.
gross. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody said, "Hey, if you grab a plate of tacos or something, and then you take this,
why you say it like?
Because
I'm
I
trying to get
love-
your cred back.
No,
It's gone.
no.
You're white.
if you do a split screen of that image and then a plate of tacos, it's like."
No fucking contest.
Which is the more Mexican Latino
Tacos.
thing? The
Street
tacos,
tacos.
not the fucking Subway sandwich that they sell during
Maya.
like fucking the 16 de septiembre or some bullshit. You know what I mean?
I do. It's me. Yeah.
My buddy, growing up, my buddy Todd's mom, he was half Irish, half Mexican.
You know Todd's mom.
Yeah, Todd's mom. My buddy Todd's
Love
mom
her.
used to make tacos, but she would make them. She'd make the taco, roll it, put a toothpick in it, and then fry it. And it was like it's basically like a taquito, but instead
Yeah,
of rolling it, you
flauta.
just is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh god, they
flauta
were
are like the
so-
super fried.
And then
version.
you could pry it open and stuff cheese in it.
Dude,
and it would
underdogs.
snack back. Fuck, it was
Their
so
flautas
good.
are on another goddamn level.
Really?
Is that what a
Oh,
flauta
yeah.
Never had 'em.
is?
They're so good.
Have I been eating flautas this entire time? I didn't know.
I think you're ordering flautas. You don't know that. Rounding
that's
out the group, of course, Forbes 30 under 30, a.k.a. the best baby blues in San Francisco, a.k.a. the verified one at Tim Gettys.
Let's most. I love that Lizzo's just staring into my eyes.
I love that we all look like we got the note that to wear black shirts.
You're the
to
one who
shoot
fucked
the
it
gig,
up.
but nobody said just all black. So
I mean,
we all
he
wore.
didn't fuck up. He just needs to stand up a little bit.
He's got
Show
too
it
much
off.
color.
Yeah, but there's the white text.
We
though.
got the monochrome here, and then he's got
You
the
got
red
the Lizzo down there?
It doesn't count if there's color on the shirt, Tim. It
don't
doesn't
know,
count
man.
if there's color
I
on the
want to
shirt,
remake
Tim.
this shirt with you in it.
I'm in. Please, can we?
First
please
off,
do
no,
it?
it should be Joey Noelle when she's dressed as the old
As
woman.
the
from
old
Hollywood.
The glass
And
of
it
wine
just
would
says
have to
Joey,
be.
please. Can we just totally rip the shirt
There'd
off?
have to be way more wine in this glass. Like it'd have to be like like
Sure,
a magnum
sure.
opus.
Is there any wine in the glass? in this
Yeah.
one? No.
Opus.
It's her there, you know. So here's something I noticed this morning.
Yes.
Back to what we were talking about with your pee-pee hanging out. Over the weekend, and this is, hold on 1 second. Yeah, so housekeeping for you. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Kieran O'Donnell. Today we're brought to you by Upstart and Muggsy.
KOD.
KOD indeed.
Kieran O'Donnell.
I'll tell you about that later. Also remember in housekeeping stuff, right? Love, Sex, and Stuff. Back 2-hour call-in show, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. Friday, this very Friday, you might be getting
And
this.
to be clear, this is a one-off special.
Okay.
Yes.
It goes up on
the
YouTube
tweet
later.
that announced it, I think, kind of might have implied that it was a series. People asking if it's going to be on podcasts and stuff. Instead of doing 8 small episodes, we're doing 1 2-hour freaking
Great idea. I love it.
ride-a-thon.
So-
1 foot long episode.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. What I was going to there, right, is that we are not sponsored by Manscaped today. So this is an actual testimonial. I was shaving my balls yesterday, right, in there with the Manscaping tool, doing the whole thing. No, nothing got snagged, nothing got cut.
Is that a
Great
fight you
stuff.
feel like you can win, or is it one just like
Which one?
the shaving your balls? How hairy are we down there for you?
Well, I mean, not now that I'm Manscaped, not that much.
Good for
You know
you.
what I mean? But then the thighs, of course, hairy. And then, of
Where do you
course,
stop?
here's exactly
Where
the
do you
point,
stop?
everybody.
That
all
is the
right?
problem,
And I
man.
won't show anybody anything. I'm going to get graphic here, Andy. Don't
This is
worry
perfect.
about it,
You
right?
might need to call in this week.
Maybe,
We can
well,
give
no,
you
because
some
it's not a
advice.
problem. It's just an interesting thing that both I overlooked and Andy
I have a
overlooked.
feeling if you were to drop your pants and we were to look at you right now, there'd be a problem.
I'm just saying this is something I overlooked and something Andy overlooked. Where it's, I did the whole manscaping business, you know what I mean? And I stopped and I took my shower and I went about my day yesterday. Today I'm butt naked in front of the mirror there getting ready. And what I noticed is, of course, Andy shaved the bat symbol into my chest. Shirtless Batman, of course. We're doing kayfabe right now, right? Yeah. And so he went down and he stopped right as you crest. Right as you crest over the belly into where the pants sit because I wear them too low because I'm fat. However, then when I shave my pube, that I don't count that as pubes, obviously. That's my chest hair, right? I stopped shaving my pubes where that began. So for some reason, because we both have this oversight, I have this one weird hairline here of just uncut chest hair / pube hair right there across the underside of the belly.
Do you think the molecules on this area are like, oh, we don't know what's on the other side? The people down there are like, oh, we don't go up. We don't cross the wall.
My
That's where the wildlings are.
My favorite part is that you still refer to that as chest hair.
What do you call it? Stomach hair?
Torso hair.
Yeah.
Where do your pubes begin?
Your pubes are very clearly the pube area. The chest is just here. Anything here.
So what
your belly.
what is this?
It's tummy hair.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah,
We're just
but I
talking about-
appreciate
I'm just looking for a
chest
clear
level.
line of where. So like
A
this
delineation?
is this still? You figure my pants. Right now. My pants are hanging low because I haven't pulled them up. Right. So I don't. None of this pube is like below the belt. Right.
Yeah.
So right here above on my little gut there, I just have this little crop thing here.
Yeah,
Little-
let's put it this way.
ditch.
If you were to let the chest hair grow back, I assume you're not
Oh,
going
it's
to
on
keep
its
the
way.
bat
It's on
symbol
its way.
back forever.
But for the record, DC Comics, I'm ready to shave it in Rocksteady Games, WB Montreal. Whenever you need shirtless Batman,
Yeah.
he will really.
I mean, the DC, whatever the fuck, Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever, they're adding new cast members daily.
I know, right? Let me in there. Black Lightning over me? Come on.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I feel like you let it all grow in, and then that will dictate where
it'll be fine,
where
man.
the line needs to be.
Yeah. It'll come back.
Yeah. See, my thing is, I kind of just blend it out. Just blend it out. I don't like there to be. I don't want to see the island in the middle of the ocean. You know what I mean? I kind of like
So
everything
glad
to
I'm
just
not
kind
hairy.
of get back onto the shore
Sure.
a little bit.
I have like, I don't have really any body hair. I have my legs are hairy. I'll say that. But like my chest, I have maybe 10 hairs on my chest area, some hair around the nips, and then I have like one hair right here that I always kind of forget grows. And every once in a while, I'll catch a glance and be like, "Oh my god, it's like
Teen
an
Wolf.
inch long." I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
just one single. Boop. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really really bizarre. And then I get a little spider cobweb, white hair, clear hair right here.
I don't like that.
It's like in my temple, and it's another one of those things that I won't notice for 2 months until I notice it, and it's like that long, maybe
That's
2
crazy.
inches long.
It's crazy.
And it's like it's the thinnest fucking material you'll ever see in your life. In your life.
Again, staring at myself today, getting an eyeful. I was like, I gotta start manscaping my armpit hair too,
Yeah, you got
because it's just outrageous. You know what I mean?
Well, that's easy
Do you
now.
do it? Do you do it?
yeah.
Everybody's trying. Tim?
I used to. It was too itchy, and then I realized like I don't have that much hair.
I got tons.
Oh,
I'm
I
kind
don't-
of like,
no, I don't-
I'm like the Charmeleon level of hair when it comes to us.
Okay.
Where it's just like middle. It's just I don't have that much going on. It's just kind of like I have chest hair, but it's like just like a weird triangle. My whole body hair kind of just looks like an hourglass.
I'm like
You got that hourglass figure. That's what everybody wants.
I do. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
No. So you're saying you think that we go to the skin? I don't go to the skin.
Oh, you're like
I just trimmed down.
What are you doing to your armpit?
I trim them down. I get them like maybe a half an inch.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
about it. I don't like to go. I don't go all the way down to the skin because then you're right. It does. You get a little itch factor.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't.
I don't put like a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or whatever. I just use the straight, like the actual.
Yeah, and then just go in
the
and
razor,
kinda
and I'll just kind of like just
trim it down
trim
a
a little
little.
bit.
Well, wouldn't that be bare? Wouldn't that? I thought
You don't
did-
go all the
because
way
like
down.
if the
Just like-
hair's like this, then I'll just like cut
You just
it in
take the
half.
top
Just,
off.
a little
Because
bit.
sometimes the guard, because it's concave, it's difficult to get it in there. So yeah, you just take the normal and just kind of open it up and just kind of eyeball it.
Sure,
Try to take a
sure,
little
sure.
inch off of it.
It holds a lot of body hair or a lot of body scent as well.
Sure.
The hair.
The hair,
The
yeah.
musk.
The musk.
Yeah, you know.
You trim that shit down. There's less area for those
Molecules.
little stowaways.
Yeah.
Those little scent molecules.
Matthew McConaughey,
molecules.
he doesn't wear deodorant. At least based on an interview from like 2010 I read. I don't know what it's changed.
From
but-
2010.
But he was like,
women
he
that
wants
smells musk or
exactly.
whatever
It was his
yeah.
pheromones. He wanted his
Disgusting.
pheromones up. He's like
I feel
poison
this-
ivy, but in Matthew McConaughey form.
There's nothing worse than because in comedy, going back to bringing it back full circle, there's always the stinky comic, and everyone knows who he is, and it's like, oh fuck, he's at the mic because he's the stinky comic because he probably
Is it you?
No, it's never me.
comic.
Yeah,
I'm never stinky.
I know. No, you smell good. I
weird.
agree.
It's weird.
I'm rarely stinky as well.
It's one of my.
But when I do work out, that's when I
You bring the stink.
Yeah.
I see. I don't like. I because there are guys in jiu-jitsu that fucking stink, and a lot of the times it's because they're like the gi will suck it in, and they're not washing it properly.
You've warned me about this with my Under Armour shirts before.
You got the Under Armour shirts, the fucking
The lock
worst.
in the stink.
Yeah, there's a difference. Like a lot of guys will wear Under Armour shirts. It's that dry wicking material, and that stuff fucking like the bacteria gets in there and never goes out for some reason. With rash guards, normal rash guards, I just douse that shit with
Gasoline.
no, not bleach. You can't
Call it a
use
day.
bleach because if the bleach stays on there and people rub against it, it can irritate your skin.
Seems like an advantage to me.
Yeah.
But with rash guards, no, you use vinegar.
Oh.
You put like a cap full of vinegar in, and it doesn't smell like vinegar when it's done. It just the vinegar kills all the bacteria. For some reason, it just works. I don't know why. And then you use also detergent as well, so it washes out that vinegary smell. It comes out just smelling like normal.
We talked a lot about manscaping, and I won't let us move on until we talk about Matt Scarpino. Because there's something about him
He's
that
so smooth.
any chance Nick gets, he brings up the phrase that he is shaved from eyebrows down. And like, I remember when you first told me that it was like back when we worked at IGN, and like I had only met Matt like once or twice, and we were just walking getting coffee, and I don't know why you brought it up because it was not part of the conversation. You're just like, yeah, man, my brother just from the eyebrows down, he's like a seal, and like. There's
a giant baby.
There's nothing about Matt Scarpino and like a seal that I would
That you wanna hear?
ever
Yeah, yeah.
correlate. It's like, I don't know. But then I'll never forget going to, it must have been your bachelor party, and seeing him in the pool. And it's like, holy shit.
He's a beluga.
He is just straight up smooth, man.
My brother, somewhere around 1996, 1995, somebody told him that it was if you had no hair on your body, it looked better for definition or whatever it was. So he's just been fighting this war against body hair. I mean, to the point where he used to shave his arms, everything. Like you'd feel it, and you're like, why is it? It's so weird. And he's like, I don't like the hairy arms. Like we don't have that. Like my arms aren't that hairy.
Yeah.
And his would look like mine. It's not like my dad, where like you hit 60 as an Italian, you turn into a fucking gorilla. Like I'm just like I don't get it. I don't understand. No chest hair, no underarm hair, nothing. Just big baby. It's weird.
We came out of a fucking like a test tube or something.
No, but like his wife and I would commiserate on it. We would be like, because I'd look at him like, why? Because he'd rub up against you every once in a while by accident. Because he also
You just slip and
he's
fall.
a bigger guy, and he'll rub up against you like, God damn it, like because you'll get pricklies from the arm and ears, and I'm like, why?
Sure.
And I remember I was staying at his house one time, I'm like, why? I get the chest, sure, but why the arms? And I think it's because. Once you do the chest, it looks weird. Like, where's the line that you stop? So we just kept going.
the
and
Greg
then he
Miller
was like-
problem.
Hence why I got a
everything.
belly belt here now. You know what I mean?
And
Belly
like,
belt.
I'm just like, let everything grow out a little bit. And his wife was just shaking her head at me. She's like, I have this conversation with him once a week, and he just won't. And finally, we got him to grow the arm hair back out. But it was a struggle.
little victories,
It was a
though.
struggle.
Yeah.
I have a good headline for this episode, so I don't want to stop. It comes from Mike Gibby Gibson, who wrote into patreon.com/kindafunny. Short version, does Batman masturbate? Greg voice. Hear me out! This could be a really dumb or inappropriate simple yes or no question or topic, or it could be the start of something beautiful. Consider this. We all know that the caped crusader, Tim voice, gets his fuck on. Talia, Catwoman, Batgirl, etc. But does the master of countless martial arts and scientific disciplines ever entertain the concept of polishing the old penguin? If so, how? Maybe Bats has a night to himself in the cave, notices Alfred is off duty, then takes out his Batmite and beats it like an escaped Joker. Can you see him with one bat boot off, junk in hand, and proudly displaying the shave face? Is he human enough to enjoy the ancient art of the slow jerk? Perhaps he likes to buzz Alfred from upstairs and challenges himself to see if he can finish before being caught.
fan fiction.
I'm into it. I'm feeling it. Or sadly, maybe he's too tired to jerk it, but his mind floats back to his parents' death and he can't finish.
Oh, no.
I'm sure Nick could help Batman find some orphan porn.
Orphan porn.
Anyway, thanks for considering this clearly intellectual question. Keep up the great content and keep fucking that chicken, Gibby.
This is a great question, and I actually have some excellent insight that I gained this weekend. Actually, one of Cool Greg's best friends. One of Cool Greg's best friends came over, and we're all hanging out. And this is a kid that they went to middle school with. They went to middle school together. I grew up with him. He's for all intents and
family.
purposes family. Haven't seen him in a very long. It's not Ruben. Haven't seen him in a very long time. But every time I do,
Easy.
I'm gonna say his name. His name is True.
Yeah, I knew that was. I knew
True.
there was.
And he's this little hellion of a kid. All right,
Sure.
always up to mischief. It's like you can not see him for 10 years. You see him once, and you're like, all right, I've had enough. In the best way. You know what I mean? The first words he said to me after I haven't seen him for probably 4 years, he takes his hat off and he was bald. He's like, hey, I got big Vin Diesel vibes right now, huh? The most important thing about family, and he already fucked up the quote. I'm like, I hate you. I fucking hate you. So that was the first thing he said to me. The second thing was he tried to sell me. Nick, look me in the eyes.
I'm here.
He tried to sell me on edging.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's edging? I've heard it before.
Edging. Damn it.
I love it.
Edging is when Cool Gray's gone. Edging is when you do not climax. You get close to climax, but you don't
back it
allow
off.
yourself to come.
Yeah.
Sure. Tantric.
No.
And you
Close.
yeah, and you but he's doing this for a purpose because he believes that it is enhancing his life force.
But is he doing it to himself?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yes. And then he went into way too much detail about it. I got to imagine Batman is an edgelord.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think Batman's he is masturbating but not coming?
6-7 times a day, mastering, not coming,
Just building it up.
building up his life force.
I feel like it's the opposite where he never touches himself, but every once in a while when he's like beating a perp or a suspect, he just
He gets an awkward boner.
And the guy's like
He's beating up a bunch of bank robbers. Be like, wait, stop! Do you have an erection right now?
Is that the batarang or what's going on in your pants right now? And he's just like, don't look at me.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at me. Okay, I'm breaking news from Cool Guy here.
Bruh, so it's gonna be hard to show them, and I apologize about that. But I'll be like, dude, what you doing today? And he just sends me a gif of Edge.
Yeah.
I love that he just discovered.
And it's the GIF. Barrett, can you Google Edge WWE GIF?
That is,
You know it. It's him looking around the ring like
Yeah.
this.
that is so fucking. What movie was it where there was? It was a movie or a TV show where like a sports star had been super popular since he was like young, so he never masturbated and then discovered it, and that became his entire life.
It's the one right
With the
underneath
rope.
that one with the
the
rope
rope.
across his nose.
Yeah,
That's the one
that's such
they're
a
talking
popular.
about.
The one that's like cut in half is really funny.
Yeah, where they cut out the rope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's down there. Go right,
Oh my god!
Down,
that's
down, down.
Freaky. That's so
right,
freaky.
right. Yeah.
The internet.
He
You
looks
never
like
see.
Stain, the hero killer Stain.
But can you imagine my brother just chilling, hitting up his friend?
What are you
What
doing?
you doing? And he responds with this, knowing damn well what that means.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Wait, what does it mean? I mean,
So
he's
is
edging. He's teasing the dong.
I got
So
it. I got
okay,
it.
so is this just his way to?
What's you didn't explain the life force thing?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I didn't get that far. You know what I mean? This
Get him on
kid
the
phone. Cut off the
he was back
conversation.
on some Vin Diesel like hype. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was a hurricane, a tornado of true.
Okay.
But yeah, Life Force, man. Got an edge for it, I guess. What is Life Force, Greg? Did he ever explain to you?
I mean, he has a lot. I make fun of him so much while he's talking about it and call it silly that I don't really pay attention. Can you hear me, Bear? But basically, he's just saying when he busts or whatever, he doesn't think straight. So the longer he goes without busting, the clearer he thinks. And every time he busts,
Really?
he's getting
Wow.
rid of his life force. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Nick, what's your take on this?
You got some weird ass friends. It's okay. Look, I'm all for like let's all have a fun talk about sex and like our sexuality and all that stuff. And I totally appreciate that we should, it's important for people to not be shamed or stigmatized about this. But this is some shit you keep to yourself. You know what I mean? This is some shit you just don't tell people that you do. You don't. We're never. I don't think we're ever going to evolve as a human species to where this is a good topic of conversation over dinner. What'd you do yesterday? 8 hours of touching my dick once per 30 seconds. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop right there. Let's stop.
Apparently, if you don't climax, you like it helps you. It helps you build facial hair a lot faster. It helps you grow facial hair a lot
'Cause you're
faster.
That seems like a
Testosterone?
that's
What?
like a-
What? Like if you go a month without jerking off, your facial hair will come in a lot stronger, but you will also get a lot of bad acne issues.
Yeah, this is all
That's
This is
wives'
all
tale
old
shit.
wives' tale. Yeah.
Really?
I feel like that's the same reason why, like, when athletes are like, we're not gonna have sex for an entire season or whatever. That it's just all wives' tale shit.
Right, well, boxers do that too, right?
Yeah, they just
like
they're
boxers.
I don't want to keep
a lot of people
energy
yeah.
in or whatever it is, and it's
Life force.
maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Maybe it
life
works.
force.
See,
Maybe
I
it is
think
something
it's
to
just
try
the
for.
exhaustion angle that makes the most sense.
Barrett, can you do some Googling of life
I
force?
just feel like I think there is for sure a hormone dump when you get off. Right. This is there's definitely a decrease in specific hormones. I don't know which ones, but like I imagine that if you didn't do that for a long time, you might feel differently, which is interesting. But
the budget was $25 million and it made $11 million.
When a space mission involving American and British astronauts encounters an alien craft, the humanoids within are brought aboard the shuttle. All right. There you go.
Back on
Life
Earth, one of the
force.
extraterrestrials who appears to be a
Can you
gorgeous
leave a
woman,
review as Kevin
Matilda
Coelho?
May, proceeds to suck the life force out of various Londoners.
oh my god, yes, please leave a review as Kevin Coelho, but try to channel Kevin. So, be like, this movie was sorely lacking. I give it 2 thumbs up, my highest rating, or whatever,
Highest possible score.
highest possible score. 2 thumbs up and a glass of chocolate milk.
I really do think that your facial hair will grow in stronger, though.
No, that's not true.
That sounds
possible.
just as dumb as the life force thing, Andy. Come on.
I could have sworn I read it somewhere.
That's like, remember when you were growing up and like maybe this, actually, let me dial that back. This is definitely what, I don't think it applies to everyone on the table. But I remember when you're growing up, you're a young lad, you know, you got your junk, you got this penis, you don't know what's going on with it. I remember when they were telling us, kids at this lunchroom table were like, yo, Cheetos uses whatever dye, yellow 6 or whatever, and if you eat that, it'll make your dick small. And everybody's like, holy fuck, is that true? You didn't know. No internet at the time.
Surge.
We didn't have the internet back then.
A similar thing in Ohio. That's what we thought Mountain Dew was. Mountain Dew was killing your
Mountain Dew
your
and
semen.
Surge.
Yeah.
Bunch of idiots in
I feel like
Ohio.
I believe that.
Said that no. We're all idiots.
Kids are dumb idiots.
In
That's what it
Riverside,
comes
they were
down
like,
to.
if you smoke, it's gonna hurt you. I was like, fucking,
I don't give a
nah.
fuck.
We were so dumb.
Yeah, still a myth.
Still about
It's
price.
an old wives'
Doesn't
tale.
make you shorter. Like whatever.
Flint, Michigan's like, oh, we can't drink the water. We're like, it's fine.
Yeah,
Just do it. You're
fuck
fine.
it.
Batman jerks off, sure. Everybody jerks off.
Does he?
I don't think he does it like we do it.
No,
I
here's
don't
the
think
thing.
he's doing it like, oh man, I'm fucking
Do you think he
bored.
cries
Bruce
afterwards?
Wayne does Batman.
I don't think. I don't think-
Batman's Batman.
He wears
Bruce
the
is the
suit
mask.
as a power
I mean,
trip.
that doesn't matter.
but I don't think Bruce Wayne does.
Then yours doesn't matter.
No, but Bruce, it doesn't matter if it's the mask or the hero or whatever the fuck. Like, one of them does and one of them doesn't.
The question I
Well,
have.
Bruce Wayne's fake. Bruce Wayne died in that alley. Batman was born.
Here's the question I have though: what kind of porn is Batman watching?
It's a good question.
While he's
Nick.
jerking off.
It's a good question.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you
Batman
think Batman's
with-
super into
With
Mish?
With fucking
'Cause I don't think
Omak
so.
or whatever up in the sky, he's just watching people in the shower. He's doing whatever he wants. Amanda Waller, it's a power move.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I fucking got you, Suicide Squad
See you
lady.
fucking showering off, little towel off. Like,
Exactly. It's exactly what he does.
Do you think he ever hacks into the cameras in Arkham Asylum and he's just
Yes.
jacks off looking at the Joker?
No. Well, maybe probably once or twice, actually.
Like I fucking got you.
Because it's,
down.
it's the thing that escalates. Oh, yeah, Batman's got
Batman
it
is
all.
a
Batman's
whack-
got it
oh,
all.
yeah.
He's a hacker whacker.
Didn't you
know what I mean?
see the Dark Knight where he used all the cell phones to make the cell phone monitor, and then
But it was only
at
good
the
for
end
Lucius
of it,
Fox.
he blew it up, and Lucius Fox was like, first off, I respect you, but second off, this thing costs millions. Like what?
Yeah.
This is
We
a
just
waste of
showed the
money.
power of it.
Yeah.
We just saved a lot of lives using this. Should we not blow it up? Maybe I, Lucius Fox, should lose the moral high ground.
Yeah,
on this
maybe
one.
I realized this is actually a pretty important tool, and also this costs millions.
A lot of
And
money.
we're on our
Oh,
company's
the
going
Tumblr.
bankrupt.
Oh, the Tumblr.
Oh, the Tumblr? Oh, you wouldn't want that.
How do you feel about constant surveillance?
Constant surveillance?
Yeah.
We live in a surveillance. We're in it right now.
Who cares? Take
That's
a
where
look.
you live, bro.
Get a
What
wide
are
eye
your
of it,
thoughts,
you know?
Andy?
I don't know. I'm always of the mind of like, and it's the worst mindset to have, and it's the one that everybody hates. But it's like if it helps us be safer, right? If it helps find criminals out there doing really, really
Sure.
fucked up shit, then is
I
it
don't-
a greater good thing sort of thing? You know what I
It
mean?
boils down to this for me. Like, if you're outside in public, there's a camera on you. I'm okay with that. You're out in public, that is fine. And more
Sure.
often than not, Kevin has the camera and he's following me.
It's catching me
Because you
fart all the
told
time.
him
'Cause I told
to.
him. So that I don't mind about. It really boils down to like when you're in your home and there's like devices and stuff listening
Sure,
to you.
yeah.
then
If
that,
Echo-
that,
yeah,
that
Echo
starts
goes
to be
rogue, yeah.
that starts to creep me out a little bit.
I'm thinking more of like the CCTV stuff.
Oh, that shit's fine. I mean, who
Yeah,
cares?
go
It's
for
like to me, that is one of those things where I'm like, I don't have an expectation of privacy if I'm at a fucking 7-Eleven. You know, like I'm not gonna go in there and like, and expect that some camera's not going to pick me up. That's just the way we go.
And in fact, I do hope that there was surveillance today at that 7-Eleven because it smelled so bad.
Whatever the fuck
And I wanted to
happened
look at the camera and be like, why does it smell so bad in here, dude?
Someone's behind the boards just like.
Does it smell like poop or something else?
It smelled like someone fucking shit on a torta and then threw it into a grill for 45 minutes. It was burned. It just smelled like burned torta.
Word of the week, torta.
It was.
Can I say it like Andy?
But it was that.
Torta.
It was that. But then it was also a very extreme smell of like some sort of cleaning solution. Like
So
they were
they tried
trying
to
to.
someone
mix
was
it?
trying to solve the problem.
It was bad.
Yeah.
They Kevin'd it.
It was
that
terrible.
7-Eleven over there is always chaos.
There?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No,
And
no,
I've
no.
I've been to 7-Elevens before we were like, okay, this is actually kind of a mellow 7-Eleven, but but for the most part, there's always an
It's a chill 7-Eleven. I could start a life here.
Well, I used to go to
Settle down,
7-Eleven.
have a
I used to go to
family.
7-Eleven in Irvine, where me and my buddies, because we didn't have any money, we'd all just pull and get a pack of cigarettes, and then sit outside the 7-Eleven and smoke cigarettes
sure.
till the guy told us to leave.
There are good 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
They're few and far
But
between.
What I'll say is, I've never been to a 7-Eleven, even mellow, that doesn't have an underlying current of tension in there. You know,
Any second it could pop the fuck
like
off.
you walk in, you're like, it's quiet, but does that mean it's mellow? You know, like the guy behind always behind the counter is always a little on edge, and you're like, is this the one guy that thought it was cool to strap the fucking shotgun underneath it? You know, so you can just pull the trigger and shoot
Sure,
whoever's in front of him
sure.
without having to pull it out.
Wyatt Earp style.
Exactly. But this one over here is not that. This is the guy is like, it's like when you see a mom in a Starbucks and she had to have the fourth kid. She just had to have that fourth kid, and she's just gone. Like, I don't care about anything anymore. I'm just spaced out. One of the kids climbing up the ceiling like a fucking demon, and you're like, is the kid? And it just falls behind her, and she doesn't care because she's got 10 more coming on the way. That's what this 7-Eleven is. That dude was wide-eyed, and just was like, what's going on, man?
Eyes in the back of his
And Andy
head.
and I are like, the second we walked in, I was like, that's whatever the smell is disgusting. By the time we got over to the 5-hour energy drink, which was, by the way, just 5 feet from the entrance, I was getting a headache already. This guy's been there all day. Lord knows what that did to his body chemistry. It was bad.
Yeah.
Bad. That
Cool,
whole
Greg.
little mini mart's terrible.
Can I tell the
Yeah, I
7-Eleven
can't believe that's why
story?
you stopped there because
With your beef?
You got a beef with
Like the
7-Eleven?
quick version. Oh, yeah. So there's a 7-Eleven near where my brother used to live. That he lived there for years. And we go to the 7-Eleven as much as you imagine Cool Greg's going to a 7-Eleven constantly.
Oh, I
right?
love 7-Eleven.
And there's
I'm
this
with Cool G
dude
on this.
that for over 10 years has worked there.
Yeah.
And
real
he's
quick
always,
time out. Is part of you going there because you want to live like The Simpsons and like have like that Quickie Mart experience and like you're a regular there?
I stopped going to stores once I get that relationship.
Okay.
I hate that small talk.
so there's this dude, he hates the small talk, but if you know Cool Greg, he's all about the
the
dap.
handshakes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like saying what's up to people.
Is that what that is?
And yeah. So
For fun on Twitter, go ahead and just go into the GIF section and put in Watto and look for the kind of funny GIF that's Watto coming on set and Barrett being so mad and Cool Greg fist bumping Watto. It's my favorite.
But Cool Greg would know this guy because he'd go there so often. So when he'd be like, "What's up, man?" and like they would just do it, and that was it for years and years and years. One time he did this. It was like midnight or something like that, and he's at the 7-Eleven, goes to do it to this guy. The guy's talking to one of his friends or something, and Cool Greg just being like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And then he looks at this guy that he didn't know, and was just like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" and like puts his hand out. The guy like loses his shit at my brother.
He definitely was stressing out for something. Like, he probably went to the guy's job to be like, "Hey, I'm going through this or something," but I didn't realize that because he lost his shit at me trying to shake his hand.
And
What was his initial thing? Just, why you fucking touch me?
Fuck you! I don't know you, man. What you trying to shake my hand for, bro? Why you walking up on us like that? I'm like, oh,
Gotcha.
shit.
You're like, I'm a regular here?
Y'all at the front door.
like, damn. And anyway, my brother gets banned from 7-Eleven after that. This dude straight up won't let him fucking go in.
Dude, 7-Eleven needs to get their fucking policy.
Can we film this? Can we send your brother there with a camera?
Dude, and I've seen it. There's been years after this. I was just like, I had to
That's
get
awesome.
something from 7-Eleven, and I almost didn't believe it. Where I was just like, dude, you must have misread the situation. There's no way I know this guy. Like, I've seen him a million times. And we go in, and immediately, no, not you. And he like points. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I get all self-righteous. That didn't end well.
Dude,
Are you banned from 7-Eleven
No,
now too?
I'm not. I don't know actually, but
I had a very similar experience.
You get a 2-year suspension.
Where I was like, I don't understand the double standard here at the 7-Eleven. I walk up the other day. I was walking, sometimes I walk to get coffee. On the way back, I'm like, it'd be really good. A Tillamook beef jerky stick.
Okay.
Now, the Tillamook beef jerky sticks, as you know, right at the front,
Of course.
underneath the cashier, you have to open up the little plastic thing and you take one. There's always tongs. Okay. So and I look for the tongs and I find them. They're dangling off, and I'm like, I'm gonna use the tongs, right? I use the tong, grab one, put it in my hand, and the guy goes, "Hey, thank you for using the tong. And I go, why? He goes, because nobody uses the tong. They just reach in there and they grab it. And I'm like, first off, I'm putting this shit right the fuck back. Second off, I was like, is that what people do? He's like, yeah, people are just rude. They just reach in and they grab a bunch and then they just put it back in there. Their hands are all over that. You're the only person I've seen in a long time using the tong. And I'm like, I'm definitely not going to eat this now. But I ate it anyway. I go back.
God damn it.
I go back a week later, same guy, right? And I'm like, hey, man, just like, where are the tongs? I'm going to use the tong. And the guy looks at me and goes, hey, just grab them.
Nobody uses a fucking tongue.
And I was like, what? You just gave me a whole sanctimonious speech about why our society. It was like this bigger picture, analogy for society and how nobody uses.
Are
the tongs.
you sure they're not identical twins?
Not possible. I mean,
I
it's
jumped
possible.
to that too.
Not positive.
What's that say about us, Greg?
This is such a Curb Your Enthusiasm situation.
Hey, have you guys noticed that the taquitos at 7-Eleven?
Yeah,
you grab them yourself now.
Do you really?
Yeah, there's a space, little tongs or whatever you're talking about. And you put them in. It's fucking bullshit. It's weird.
I haven't been in a 7-Eleven in years.
You
When I
wanna
went to, yeah, sure. When I went to, huh?
He never leaves the fucking office. That's
There's
why.
none close to where I live or anything. And I don't drive, so why would I don't ever stop anyone. When I went to New Jersey, though, I went to Wawa. Everybody told us to go to Wawa. I've heard about Wawa for years, right? Get a sandwich, great, do all that stuff. When we're checking out of Wawa,
Say it one more
with
time.
the sandwich, I say to the Wawa employee,
Oh, is it? You're talking about Walmart?
no, Wawa.
What the fuck?
WAWA.
God damn it.
It's basically, think of a 7-Eleven that makes dope sandwiches in the back. It's like
What's
it's
it?
a
There are
whole
no
East
dope
Coast
sandwiches.
thing. It's a whole East Coast thing. It's great.
Hate sandwiches.
That's fine, but just for the fucking point of this goddamn story.
Barbara Wawa.
I fucking hate you. Anyways, when we got to the front, though, there you go. See, it's a gas station. It's
Sure.
a convenience store. It's got food.
Sure.
They
It's
call
like
these
this is like an AM PM.
Man, this
They had a
fucking-
great. Remember? Did you see the
the
one?
gobbler.
Holy shit! Go back to
dude.
that. It's got mashed potatoes on it. Maybe that's what Kevin was talking about.
This looks like a fucking This looks like a sample website of what you could do if
Yeah,
you
with
use
Wix.
with
Yeah,
Wix.
yeah,
Yeah.
Also, if you eat at this place, you are definitely getting the squeezes. It's definitely.
I
gonna
ate there
fuck
and
up
I
your
was
stomach.
fine.
Wait, was this when you went to the Quick Stop?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to talk to you about that.
It was I Instagrammed the story of all the flaming hot products in the fire extinguisher. That was at the Wawa. That was a Wawa display. However, when we got to the front, they have all the things up there, and I was there when they were like, the gobbler's back. It was a big fucking deal. We didn't get the gobbler, but the gobbler was back there. They also had hey, we got buffalo chicken bites at the front too. And so we get up there, and that's when it's more like the 7-Eleven, all the little that little wax paper bag full of stuff. And so Jen and I were already living. We had that. We had those New Orleans Zappos chips or whatever the hell they're called, Zappas.
I hate
And-
Zappos.
Well, it's just rare that they were there. We want to try. And then I was like, I'm getting these buffalo chicken bites because we're living. We're on vacation.
Was that the shoe site?
Living
And
on
we
the
got
edge.
them. Yeah, it is the shoe side. It's the shoe side. And when we
Zazos.
got back there and we opened it all up, right, and we did it. I got so excited. I ate the buffalo chicken bite, and it turned out it was just a Tyson chicken nugget that was when you get those, you put frozen, you put them on the thing. I was so disheartened.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What did you think it was gonna be?" I was like, "I thought it was like a fried buffalo chicken cheese. I thought it was like when we go to Cheesecake Factory, we get the buffalo blitzes or whatever.
Titan toothpicks
Dude,
over there.
Buffalo.
The Sunset Brewery.
Blasters, buffalo blasters.
The Noriega Sunset
I know,
Brewery.
well.
They changed the menu. Fucking.
Do they still have that giant bowl of little wings?
They do.
Okay, good.
But they now also have cauliflower bites, but they're spicy with sriracha drizzled on them with jalapenos stopped in there. Oh my god, Andy. Oh my god.
I've never had a
Cauliflower.
fried cauliflower.
Dude.
I'm gonna say it. It rivals the chicken.
How dare you?
You don't need it. It tastes the same.
Well, it's like if it's battered and fried.
Yes.
But I will say this: there's a place I went to that's they're called RT Rotisserie. It's like a sister restaurant of another one of the a place called Rich Table, which is like a bougie ass restaurant that's right down the road. You've been to Rich Table.
Rooster Teeth's really gone downhill, man.
This place is like it's a counter restaurant. You walk in, you order, but they sell as a side an entire grilled head of cauliflower with a drizzled sauce on it, and it's
Fuck, that sounds.
fucking unbelievable.
Why
I'll
on the
take
street
one of those
eating this?
things down.
Super messy.
Yeah, D and I went and ordered way too much because I was like, I just want to try everything. I don't know when we're gonna come back. We got Brussels sprouts and that, and I'm like, I would legit just get an entire head of cauliflower and eat this with a side of rotisserie. It's all rotisserie chicken stuff.
What is it called?
RT Rotisserie.
That sounds great.
I believe. It was really good. Yeah, it's down. It's by the Civic Center. Yeah, by the Civic Center, by the Symphony, all that stuff.
Really?
It's really good. Yeah.
You know what I would eat
Taste
if
Valley,
I
it's great.
if I had an unlimited supply of anything,
unlimited supply of anything.
and it was instantaneous, right? Snap your fingers, it's right there for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people would probably go for something like
Cheese balls.
hot Cheetos, or
Cheetos,
hot
sure.
fries or whatever.
Fuck me.
I would
A
go.
lot of people. Hot Cheetos.
I would go for just me, I guess. I would go for the veggies that they give you at Benihana with the sort of like soy sauce or whatever.
I gotta be honest with
The
you.
onions, the zucchini. Is it a zucchini? Is that what that is?
Sure, or squash.
It's some zook.
It's a zucchini. Yeah.
A radish, maybe.
I found the meal was what so at EGLX I went to Benihana for the first time. A illustrious group, including these two fine gentlemen, even though they're mean to me on Instagram. We went there, Tim, and it was my first time.
You were
ever.
there?
And I don't remember. The veggies were fine. Everything was fine.
Yeah, but I just
It wasn't good.
What?
It wasn't good.
What did you get?
I got steak, and it was like terrible, not good.
You're crazy.
And the guy literally cooked it in front of me. By the time it got to me, it was gummy. It wasn't cooked very well. I don't like Benihana that much. I've
You're
decided.
crazy.
Benihana's fantastic.
It's just, you know what the problem was?
Spiders.
Is that had we should have switched the meals. Yeah, spiders suck too. They're like
We
they're
couldn't
scary.
switch
that
spiders.
that
suck?
meal we got the first night.
Yeah, that bomb ass steakhouse
was
with the boys.
unbelievable. And I was like, oh, sure, Benihana's going to taste exactly like that. It was not. It was a far cry away from that steakhouse.
Sure.
But what are you going to do?
You live near a Benihana.
No, I
do.
don't.
Yeah, you do.
Where?
Close enough. Kabuki?
Like Japantown? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not that close.
He's very far away from Japantown.
No, he's not.
Not walkable.
Yeah, it's like a, 7-minute bus ride?
I'll settle this. Everybody Google Benihana, Japantown, San Francisco. Andy, what's your exact address?
What's your address, social security number, and
Mother's
phone
maiden
number?
name.
I was asked recently to travel somewhere to Oakland to take a bus to cross the bridge.
Oof.
And I declined.
How did this story get more confusing?
I declined because I was just so scared. Oh, not a bus. I guess the
BART.
fucking the BART.
Yeah, you don't want to take a bus across.
Yeah, no.
It was
bad.
so Timur.
BART's not bad, though.
Oh, Timur Hussein,
Timur
yeah.
Hussein was having like a little housewarming, and we were playing Overwatch over the week, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" I was like, nothing. What's going on?" I thought he lived here, and he was like, "I'm doing a housewarming thing. I'll invite you on Facebook or whatever." I was like, "All right, cool." And then he like DM'd me on Twitter like, "Hey, here are the instructions for we live here," and I was like, man.
You Google it, it's like an hour and a half. You're like, nah.
No, it wasn't even that bad. It was just like
BART's fun, though.
It was the concept of doing all of it that's so stressful to me.
Oh, I see.
It's such a stressful like I don't know. It's just an adventure
Endeavor.
I'm not willing to take.
You gotta start lining up times for the buses because you got to bust over to here. You got to Muni
you
over
take
to
an
there,
Uber
you
down
get
to the
there.
BART.
like
You take
I
the
would
BART
end up
over,
in
you Uber from
Sacramento
the
and
BART
I'd
over
be
to the thing.
fucking shitting my pants. Like
BART
I'd be
does
so
not go to
scared.
Sacramento. I think you're
I'd
gonna
be
be
so
okay.
scared.
You'd be fine.
It's little steps, Andy. First, you just drive to Japantown, which takes like 8 minutes. Just little steps, little adventure steps for you.
Wait, you have a car.
No, what are you talking about? What?
You drive.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just drive across the bridge?
I'm talking about you going on adventures and being
I didn't
scared.
want to drive over there and me not knowing what the parking situation is. I'm terrified about my
East
car
Bay. It's
getting
easy.
broken
Nah, you're
into.
fine. East Bay is fine now.
It still sucks. There's no reason to go. Still no reason to go.
I love it. I like occasionally having an occasion to drive over to the East Bay. I like. I'll do mics over there every once in a while, a show, I think it's great. The one thing you
I
have
haven't
to
even been.
remember, though,
I haven't been over there, and I mean, well, I'm not counting driving through. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
to
Like
go
I
to,
don't
like,
count
Tahoe
that.
or
Yeah,
Sacramento,
whatever.
right?
I haven't been out of the car in East Bay more than 10 times
Oh,
in
Oakland
12
has
years.
stepped it up in the last
Oakland is
10 years.
The real
I
estate
agree.
in Oakland's
that.
ridiculous.
Still don't want to go.
No, me neither.
I hosted the wing eating competition this weekend for charity, right? And it's, Christian helped put it on the guy who used to own Wing Wings. He sold the Wing Wings. Now he's doing his own thing. But his old cooks at Wing Wings started their own place. And they started
Wing
it over.
Wings?
No.
3 wings.
Chingones. Took me a long time to learn how to pronounce
Chingones.
that. Yeah, exactly.
What does that mean?
It just means like something that's big, but it's like kind of a very
I thought it was a
crass way
slang
of saying
term.
it. Yeah, it's like oh look at
Like a
that man,
big-ass
that guy's
thing.
chingon, dude. Like
Yeah.
on the football field, he's like a giant
Chingones.
fucking. That guy's chingon, bro. You know?
But at the end, when they came over, I go, the wings are great. They were serving there, obviously. This wing competition, And then
Wingones.
the chef came back and he's like, I'm like, hey man, good to see you, boy. He's like, oh yeah, boy. He's like, you remember me? I'm like, of course I remember you. That's great. And he's like, yeah, you got to come over and see the new shop. I'm like, I don't know,
That's a
man.
hard one. How
Where
many
is it?
excuses can I
Fucking
come up
Oakland?
with?
I don't know. Somewhere over there. It's not in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Come
Not
on.
that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's just not that good
You
either.
drive and you don't drink.
That's fair.
So that is
That is
key
very, very
thing.
fair. I do
If
not.
you
I do not
drink,
It's
Oakland
terrible.
is like
Oh, no,
a hard
God,
no.
Oh God, no! I won't go out of.
Go party in Oakland? No.
You know me. If I'm drinking, I won't
Then
go out
if
of my
you do it,
neighborhood.
though, if you
I'm
do it, then
drinking.
you're like, all right, I have to stop by midnight because you have to get on BART to get
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Or you got to do like a very expensive Uber ride.
Uber that adds the.
And then you got to
bridge
remember the toll and shit. Hey, by the way, if you ever drive, remember you got to have $5 to get back.
It's little shit like
Cash,
that. So
bro.
Cash.
stupid.
Because
Really, I never knew any of this because I won't.
Bay Bridge, you need freaking cash. You can't have a card.
No.
You need the cash on you. Golden Gate Bridge.
Awesome.
does
Wait,
it
no,
right.
I'm sorry. Slow down. I need $5 cash in the Uber or
Sorry,
when I'm
$6
driving.
now.
The Uber will, I think,
no,
the
Uber
Uber
does it.
will do it and then tack it on. But if you're driving your own car,
And I got the iPass, whatever the hell, that doesn't work.
if you
Fast
have
track?
fast
Whatever.
track,
Yeah,
then
sorry.
you'll get to it.
I'm saying the Illinois version. And that if I have fast track, I'm okay.
You're fine
Yeah,
because it's a fast
that's
track lane.
prepaid.
Then why
But
the fuck are you talking about this cash? Why
Why
is
do
this
you have
cash
fast
coming
track?
up so much?
Because if you don't have that thing,
Do you
I
have
don't
fast
that
track?
When I had a car, I did, and when I do a zip car, I do, and when I get an Uber, I do.
How do you get fast track when you have a zip car?
It's included.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Speaking of which, too, you want to hear the fucking racket Hertz is running in New Jersey? Fucking
We sound like 80-year-old men right now. Oh my God!
The
Tell me about it.
fucking
Wait, where is it?
racket
New
Hertz
Jersey.
is
A place
running
we'll
in New
never
Jersey.
go.
This is the oldest podcast ever.
I get in the fucking Hertz rent a car. I'm having a great time. I'm driving.
Let's talk about how much we hate the French.
I'm taking the fucking exits. I'm doing all the thing. And as I'm going through the tollways, I'm seeing the little thing say not like I'm in trouble, but like toll unpaid. And I'm like, that's weird. They put the fucking fast track up here. I see it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until day 2 of the rental car that Jen's like, I think we might need to open that thing. And I finally looked at the giant metal fucking box on there. And sure as shit, when you pull up, you're supposed to open this little door that pulls it out.
so it gets
and then
the
you go
signal?
through it, and then you're supposed to put it back in.
That's stupid.
Why is it in a fucking black box? Who cares?
Probably
Everywhere
'cause-
else is just out.
Probably so people can't steal it. I would imagine.
I pulled it out. I could rip it right back out if I wanted to. Bunch of garbage. Got a $36 bill for fucking tolls in New Jersey.
I'll say this: the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know how they do it, and it's probably a huge invasion of privacy. But I don't care. It's awesome.
It's magic.
You just go across it. It takes a picture of your license plate, and then like 10 days later, you get a bill in the mail.
Have you ever had traffic on
Isn't
the
that a
Golden Gate
ticket?
Bridge?
Nope.
No.
No,
Doesn't
it's not a
fucking
ticket.
exist?
They do it because the Golden Gate Bridge only has a certain amount of tolls. Like it was causing too much traffic, so they moved to a system where you don't pay shit. There's no toll. There's no people in the tolls at all. It
They
just
still
takes-
fast track though, right? I
Yes,
fast tracked last
you can
time I
go
went
through
through.
fast track.
Okay.
If you have fast track, it pings it and bills it. If you don't, it takes a picture and just sends you the toll. Not a ticket. It's just like $5.
Okay, cool.
So at the end of the month, I'll get like deal pay like 4 or 5 of them off in the same bill and we're done. It's good.
In Austin, they definitely
It's
have
awesome.
that system where it's like a giant toll road going to Mopac, which runs north and south, and then they have the 45, I believe, which runs east and west, kind of north in Round Rock or whatever. And for the longest time, I held off on getting the actual toll pass, which like scans you or whatever. But for the longest time, it would just take a photo of my license plate and it would send a bill back home where my parents live. And they'd be like, "Hey, we got this," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." Like,
Mijo.
okay, we'll pay it, whatever, you know. And it ended up being like they're like, "You need to get this fucking toll," because we're tired of like it's just like. It wasn't even a lot of money. It was just a
it's
pain in
just
the ass.
annoyance,
Like,
yeah.
here's a $6 fucking thing. Here's a $5 thing or whatever. So I finally got that pass. And it was super, super convenient. But also what they do is they took a fucking photo of my car when I ran a red light one time.
Oh yeah.
And I had never had that happen to me.
Oh yeah, those are. I don't think they do that anymore in the city. For some reason, I think they've they've taken the the camera lights. I think they outlawed those. They're still around.
I think they outlawed them in
but
Texas.
I don't think they're legal anymore in SF. I remember hearing something
I can't
about
confirm or deny, but like I definitely see the flashes still.
that. Maybe they are. Yeah, I just remember there was like
Now they're just there to intimidate people.
there was
who don't
something
know.
there was something that they were trying to get past that it was unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Because you were getting a ticket, but you're not. It has to be given to you by like a law officer or officer of law or something like that. If it's not a person giving you a ticket, it can be construed as like unconstitutional, something like that. I don't know. I just know that there used to be intersections that had them that don't have them anymore. But it also could just be that the city is tired of people not tagging or tagging them. I was like in my brain when I see one, I'm like, that thing gives me a ticket. I'm coming back with an extra sharp katana blade, just cutting it down.
Wow.
Also,
You
when
really
you
The camera
thought
has
about
this
this.
footage of Nick slowly approaching, like him parking on the street, getting out of the car, getting the katana blade,
taking pictures of all of it.
then walking up, getting back in the car, driving to a hardware store, coming back, parking ladder, going up with the katana.
When you go through the Golden Gate toll, do you go through a little faster than you should just because you can?
It just feels good.
Doesn't it feel good?
It really
When you feel like you're in
does.
Fast and Furious.
Hell
you're like,
yeah,
I'm just
man.
gonna go a little. It says slow down.
The Golden Gate
but because
Bridge
there's
is a
nothing stopping
magical
you,
place.
It's great.
There's something about the way that it's designed.
It
that
also starts with the Rainbow Bridge or the Robin Williams Bridge, which I love.
Oh,
the tunnel rather.
The tunnel,
which I
yeah.
love. And you
all
go
that
down.
stuff.
You see
Well,
the
I mean,
whole
coming
city.
in SET, that's great. I'm even talking about leaving SET. It just feels like
gorgeous.
it reminds me of Disneyland, where it's like you go from one area to another, and it feels like you're just entering a totally different place. You don't really get that with the Bay Bridge. The Bay Bridge is kind of just
well, it's because I mean, I guess it's different for everybody, but especially for the transplants. I think for the few things you know about San Francisco, not living in San Francisco, are Golden Gate Bridge, the trolleys, and Rice-A-Roni. Like that's the starter pack of like what San Francisco was before.
In
I
Chinatown, you kind of have a concept. Really?
No.
I've only driven on the bridge.
Maybe now everybody's more informed.
I'm
Back
just a
in the
big
day.
fan of Big Trouble in Little China.
So the East
that
Bay
an SL?
Bridge is downtown. Bay Bridge, right? But there's another bridge that like I think I drove over when I came into San Francisco.
San
for the
Mateo
first
Bridge
time.
way down there.
There's another bridge down south by San Mateo. Yeah. It's
really
Foster
long.
City Bridge.
That's the one you're on. You're like, what if the car
really
breaks down? I
long.
die here.
It's really long, and there was like all those tolls, and I just happened to have a bunch of quarters and change in my little thing, and if I hadn't had that, I would have been fucked.
Can you
turned
guys?
around, going
I
back
can
to
see
Austin?
this clear as fucking day. Andy Cortez driving his car at a toll. They're like, "Hey, it's gonna be $5." He's just like, he opens his thing, just like
Calls his
here's
parents.
a quarter.
Can you guys send me a check?
Here's another
I
quarter.
had so
and
many-
he's there for like 35
And
minutes.
I've got so many things in my back seat because like none of it fit in my trunk.
Yeah.
So I've got like a fucking electric guitar and a goddamn floor fan. It was a mess, dude. It was so scary driving in.
Dude, I'll know.
And I just remember Kevin being like, "Hey, are you gonna be here yet? Because like I gotta go." I'm like, "Fuck." I mean, I'm like maybe 40 minutes away, dude. Like I don't know what you want me to say.
God, that would be the last person I'd want waiting for me if I was moving across the country. I would not want Kevin on the other end. What are you doing? I got it. Like, why, Kevin? Where do you have to go? It's Saturday at 7:00. Oh, I have a dentist appointment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how? How do you have a dentist appointment?
And
It's Saturday at
he
7:00.
kept calling like, "Hey, where you at?" Like, I have like 25 minutes left. Or
I'm in the
something
state
like
of
that.
California.
Kevin's either got
On
like
the highway.
or he's got to go move something. I gotta go move something.
always
Like,
moving
like,
something.
why are you fucking?
He's got a truck. He's one. Yeah, man. That's very rare here.
Not anymore. And the truck. I think the truck's like pretty much dead. at
Ranger
this point.
Danger ain't dead yet, but it's on his fucking tire legs.
He had some major mechanical thing go wrong with it, and he was like, dude, and Kevin and I, like, we bond over cars all the time because we both will not let go of our old car. And I'm just like, dude, you can't. You got to let it go, man.
Nick said the fucking funniest thing a couple days ago.
what did I say?
Me, him, and his brother get in his car, and Nick's bitching about his car like he always does. None of us think it's bad. None
great.
of us,
Uncle
yeah,
Scott.
and we
Smells
all
like Uncle
think it's
Scott's car.
fucking great. It's clean, it's pristine.
It's just the
lit.
AC that bothers
Yeah,
me.
and the AC is a problem. But otherwise, it's
Same
a
here.
fucking fantastic car. But he just goes, I drive a Honda like my father before me. I fucking died.
That is such a great statement.
I come from a
I'm the
long
same
line
way,
of
dude.
Honda drivers.
Same here, bro.
My dad used to have. It used to be a thing in my house where my dad would get the new Honda Accord. And
Every
we would
year?
go, yeah, like, no, not every year, but it was like
like an iPhone.
My dad used to drive. I remember the original Honda he had, which was back when like the body styles were much smaller, and I for some reason think that like the lights flipped up in the front, but maybe that's not. It's anyway.
Those
He
are
drove
so
that
cool.
car.
Those are cool.
He drove that car,
Emission
I
B.
think, till like it had 130,000 miles on it. I mean, my dad is one of those guys that was like, I'm not paying anyone to do this shit. I know how to. I've worked on cars since day fucking one. I'll do my own brakes, all that shit. They used to run those in. And I'll never forget, like, when he came home with the new Accord, I was like, what? This is it was, like, bigger and cooler and black. And then my brother got that one, and then they got an even newer one, and I was like, this is the coolest. Now they're on, like, Acuras, which is, like, I feel like when you graduate to Acuras, when you're like, we're retired, let's get a slightly better Honda, which is what an Acura is, but, yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude, same here. Like I'm thinking of the lineage of vehicles my family had. My dad had a LeBaron.
Sure,
I don't know, Chrysler, right?
Yeah.
Really, really terrible car. And then we ended up graduating to a sort of navy blue, like a Honda Accord, kind of
the
similar to
Accord,
yours.
man.
And it had the lights that did that shit.
And
then they bought a forest green Mercury
that
Villager
was a
van.
mistake. That was a mistake.
And it was just like a fucking weird ass, like, this is the automatic door though, which was kind of cool. Having
But
a
did
car
it
with
work
an
right?
automatic door, yeah, barely.
It's like artificial intelligence. back
Barely, yeah, but on the blue Honda, they always made fun of me because when I was a kid, I had a Batman sticker that I put on the front of the fucking car.
Yeah.
They're like, this is not the Batmobile, dude. Like, this car sucks, you know. And then we had the green Mercury Villager, and then when my dad got a GMC or a Chevrolet it's an SUV. I can't think of the name, but it was dope. It was like black, and it was one of the deluxe packages. So like the trim was like kind of golden bronze looking. So it was like black and gold or something. It was so fucking rad. And I felt like I was a goddamn hip hop star in that car, dude. It was so cool. And then my brother got the shitty blue Honda. Mm-hmm. And then they bought my brother a Honda Civic. And then they got me a used Honda. Mm-hmm. And dude, it was an 02 Honda, and I put fucking 113,000. I think we bought it and it had like 60.
It's great.
I had that fucker forever, man.
Run those shit, man. Like I just remember being so jealous that I wasn't old enough to inherit like one of the Accords, because my brother got the Accord, just drove the shit out of that, and then when he got into, I think it was like his 3rd or 4th year of college, they got it.
What's the accident?
No, well, that's coming. He got a brand spanking new like Honda Civic, and it was dope. And I was like, oh my god, I'm getting one of those. And then he got into a car accident and totaled it. And then my mom looked at me and was like, you're never getting a new car. And I'm like, I am the responsible one. Like, I am the one that almost has a 4.0 grade point average. I will never crash my car. And then I crashed my Honda.
Yeah, we were a Ford family. We were big on the Ford.
Of course, you were.
God damn.
The
Miller family.
Of course.
Number one crane operator, Greg Miller, is not going. He's not going with any of those foreign domestic imports.
His 1990 or 1994 Ford Ranger is still running. He makes sure
Ranger
it's in
Danger.
pristine yeah, but it doesn't look like Kevin's Ranger Danger.
Kevin's
Ranger Danger is like that any car you see frowning in the car commercial.
Kevin's Ranger Danger is like the UFC fighter that spent all his money and has to come out of retirement multiple times, and you're just like, dude, you're taking a lot of damage, bro.
We had the Ranger truck, then we had the Mustang, and then we had the Taurus. We were running that for a while.
The Mustang, that's right. You used to have the Mustang, right?
That was the Mustang, Mom's Mustang, yeah.
I there's something like, obviously, like I love the idea of having something old and taking care of it. There's something like romantic about having like an old Ford truck.
Sure, yeah,
and just taking care of it, letting it get patinaed, like getting a little like surface rust, but
Just
making
like
sure.
Kevin did.
Yeah, but Kevin's like, let's put it this way. When major parts of your car, safety components are being held on by zip ties, it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
Like when I looked at his bumper and it was bent downward and there was like a daisy chain of, he didn't even get the big zip ties. He just got 3 small ones and like locked them together. I'm like, dude, you got to let this shit go.
It's the
That's me
saddest thing,
saying
man.
this, bro.
Yeah, no, he
That's me
loves
saying
that
this.
fucking car, though.
I just want him to get another truck. Just get something
Yeah.
that's like 10 years newer.
He used, like, his family, like, that was his dad's car. But before that, his dad had the F-150.
That's a joke.
And it was
Truck.
fucking awesome.
a nice
It was
truck.
the coolest car in the entire damn world.
I wanted
But
one
they
of those
ended
for a
up having to give that one
while.
away.
Growing up in SoCal, people used to take F-150s, obviously, and either jack them way up or just drop them.
Bernie's car, before he had the Tesla, was F-350, I
Yeah,
want
the
to say.
big dog.
It was a monster
Why the
truck.
fuck did he have
And,
that car?
Dude, like, I
'Cause
had
he's a
to, like,
manly man who
jump up
chops
to
wood
get
and
in it, man.
stuff, yeah.
And it was so big that a staircase would come out when
Was
you
it a
opened the door.
6-wheeler?
Is that what they call playing Halo?
I don't know about that, but it was
Chopping
fucking
wood?
insane.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people back home.
dualies?
Like it's so rare for me to see pickup trucks here, but back home, there is such a pickup truck culture.
Oh, yeah?
Like amongst like
Texas
Latinos and living
man.
in Texas and shit, and I'm talking like people who have families that either like work on ranches or live on ranches, and a lot of them will have 350s with the 4 wheels in the back, like 6-wheelers, 4 wheels in the back, where the
wheel wells.
The wheel wells, yes, they just stick out. It's like, God, how is this legal to ride on a
Probably
normal
not.
road, man?
Probably not.
It's so big, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the things I miss about the suburbs is that like it's a car culture. Like up here in SF, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's just my car serves to get me from point A to point B. But when you're driving like an hour and a half or 2 hours in LA traffic, Orange County traffic, what you drive actually becomes very, very important. And so like I don't know, I kind of miss that aspect of life.
I've been thinking of dropping down from my vehicle to like a Honda Fit, just something smaller.
Your vehicle's
So-
pretty small. I wouldn't
dude,
do it.
I fucking love it,
So
man.
in the
I can
event,
park anywhere.
in the event
I
that
can't, but people could.
like,
Aye.
I could think about going
physically
somewhere and having an easier time parking, even though I probably won't go do it. 'Cause I
should. Me
won't
and you and
wanna
same people.
drive.
Remember Craig, our friend, obviously, when he had a truck forever. He was one of the only people I knew in SF that had a truck.
Craig?
And then he eventually got a smart car. He was just like, I'm done with this. I just
You
gonna.
got a smart car.
Hold on.
because-
Craig Baradon is a big guy.
If you remember, Up at Noon, he was the world's handsomest man or whatever
Yeah.
was his title.
he is a action figure of a human being.
Yeah.
just
And
cut.
then he just got a fucking smart car, and
He got
looked like
the world like a car
doofus.
that you think like he could literally pick up and put in his
Yes.
pocket. But he got that car because I think he had a Toyota. I want to say he had that truck, that
He had the
white
truck,
Toyota,
yeah.
right? And for whatever reason, like he ran into a snag with the licensing on it, where there were because I think he
stole it.
No, he didn't steal it, but there was some issue with it, and then he just decided to let it stay at the parking garage, at the top of the parking garage at IGN.
Yeah.
For a real long time, and then it was one of those comedy of errors where like when he finally got it figured out, it had been so long that like the air in the tires had gone out, and so he was like, "Shit, I can't physically move this thing." And then the engine, like the battery, was dead, and he just left it. I don't think he ever moved it. I think it got salvaged or some shit. He and Brennan did the same thing. Brennan had a car where he was just like, he's like, I bought a car for like $1,000 because when he moved out from Louisiana, this is my buddy Brennan. He had no money, so he was like, I needed a car to get from point A to point B to Brisbane to work at IGN. So he bought this piece of shit like I don't know, Pontiac or something like that, and it broke down on him at like the Hofbrauhaus parking lot.
I remember Hofbrau.
And he just goes, and he just left it, and he never went back to it. And I was like, we drove. I swear to God, we drove past one time, and he goes, I wonder if my car's still there. And I'm like, how long has it been? He's like, 3 years. I'm like, 3 years? What? You just left it? He's like, I didn't give a fuck. It was $1,000. He was like, it was probably gonna cost me more to tow and fix than it was, so I just left it.
It's the problem with bringing a bunch of like 24-year-old kids out to this place.
And paying them
None of them have no money.
Oh, God,
they
no
have
money.
no paychecks. They don't know what they're doing.
God,
Brian
it's
Riley,
so funny.
formerly of RT, did the same thing where he owned a vehicle and it was sitting just in front of a house for close to like 2 years or something like that. And every once in a while, we would just drive by, like, yep, still there, like, and nobody had come to like tow it yet or anything like that.
Well, the problem is, I think
It was just broken down. Yeah, it didn't work anymore.
I don't know what legalities there are, but there's got to be.
Oh, you get fucked.
Yeah, you get
You absolutely get fucked.
Yeah.
You get a thing for it's garbage. It's littering.
Yeah, that's
and,
hilarious.
and then there's a whole bunch of other shit, like you get in trouble with the DMV. Like you need to report if your vehicle is not able
non-operational.
to be, non-operational. all that
You have to
stuff.
actually register it.
I know all this because I had to deal with it.
Or you have to sell
way
it
too
to like
many
a
times.
junkyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just hilarious because he was like, well, I don't have enough money to pay for this, so I guess I'll leave it there. And like meanwhile, I start getting anxiety.
He's gonna get a bill one day, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck."
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he would have gotten it by now. It was
that's
15 years ago.
They'll get them.
Maybe. Who knows?
15 years of it. It's like
I don't
it's
understand
like
how bills work.
it's like a library.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like there's a lot of bills that you can just pretend you didn't see, and then nothing really happens. And granted,
Give me an example. One of these
yeah,
bills.
this is
I've never
let me
run
hear
into one of
this.
these.
this is such a
Credit card
weird particular thing.
Homework.
If you don't care about your credit, which of course you should,
Yeah.
but if you're in a situation you don't need to care about your credit
If you're not looking at getting a loan for something.
ever,
Yeah.
what if you get all these bills in the mail? Like, who's gonna come after you?
Oh no! I mean, no one's going to arrest you for it, but
What's
they will.
gonna
It just
happen?
dings their credit, and it'll get sent to a
But then, yeah, they get sent to a credit report. But it's
consolidation,
like if you don't care
whatever
about your credit,
And then, like, if you are in debt with, like, similar stuff like that and you die, what happens?
well, that's a whole complicated thing. Like
Yeah?
the debt when you die, actually, depending on the state you're in and all this shit, like that gets complicated pretty quickly.
Interesting.
There are so many financial advisors in our chat right now, or in the comments, like you fucking moron.
And look, hey, if there's someone that really knows the shit, hit me up. I'm interested in knowing this.
Yeah,
Because it's like there's just some interesting levels where it's like you get bills, they end up going to the credit collections, and you're just like, how are you supposed to find out how much debt you have? Because you can look at your, like if you look at Credit Karma or whatever, right, and try to like figure out like what
use
you
Credit
owe.
Karma,
Yeah, it's like you look in and there's like the 3 different credit unions, right?
Yeah.
There's Equifax, TransUnion, whatever the hell. You go in, click, everyone tells you that you have different types of debt. And I'm not talking about me. I just like have experience with other people. You look at the shit, and you're just like, huh, how come this says that this is owed, that one doesn't report it, and another one reports something totally different? None of them have been paid off for 10 years. What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
It's really weird.
I'm fortunate to not have any debt, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But
The scary thing is like you were talking about like what happens when you die. Like what happens when you die with student loans? Do those get passed on to someone? Because I feel like student loans are like the most aggressive loan possible.
medical
right?
loan,
Yeah.
medical bills are the one thing that, depending on how things are dealt with, can get passed on. But it always, but first off, it passes on to your
The
estate,
spouse.
your
Yeah.
estate.
Okay.
So or your spouse estate, and then it goes from there.
imagine having an estate.
Well, that makes sense though. Like I mean, an estate could be
means
just
what
you
you
have a
own.
house or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, any of your assets. That makes sense though because if you owe like $30,000 or whatever, look at that. If the sale of a house or something like that, they would probably take it out of that. Yeah, the only people you don't want to owe money to is the IRS. Those are the people that can take your freedom for owing money.
Yeah,
to
but
them.
even then, it's like, what are they gonna do?
Oh, they'll put you in jail. They'll put you in jail. Yeah.
Roll
Remember
the
Wesley
dice, Tim.
Snipes?
I'll believe it
Went
when
to
I
jail.
see it.
Always bet on black.
Wesley Snipes went to jail.
Yeah.
People go to jail all the time for not paying. I mean, you are not going to go to jail.
I'm okay.
But if you are an actor who just decided not to give the IRS
Millions
a
of
few millions of dollars,
Yeah.
they will make an example out of you and send your ass to jail.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can.
yeah.
They can do that. They can garnish wages also. That's the one thing. Like, you have no control over that. You can not pay them, but eventually they'll hit your employer up and be like, "Give me the fucking money."
I mean, that's an example.
Or they'll-
I haven't seen it happen.
I have.
I mean, but the garnishing of wages, where it's like there's a lot of threats. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it.
Are you watching this like a hawk though?
Yeah,
Like,
I am.
Okay.
I am. In specific situations I'm in, I'm looking at some stuff, and I'm like, huh.
You're thinking about just going AWOL.
huh.
Tim's like, you
I mean,
know,
nothing's
I'm not gonna pay
happening.
taxes
Just like,
anymore.
I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. If the letter to garnish anyone's wages here comes to this office, it's coming to me, which means there's a 50% chance I A, see it, and B, remember to do anything about it. So,
Yeah.
there
No,
you go.
it's not that. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not cool, Greg. To be clear.
James Davis, 16 bits of awesome, writes in to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get this show ad free. And speaking of ads, let's hear from our sponsors.
Hey, everybody, these are the ads. It's
Hey,
time
do
to
you want
add
an
it up.
ad? Here's an ad. There's an ad. Where are all these ads coming from? I'm running down a hill so fast. Help
whoa.
me.
Way to
Will I
keep it
fall?
up, but it's
Will
only a
I
matter
run?
of time.
Who knows? Oh my God, I'm sliding. James writes in and says, Paul Rudd stars in a show called Living With Yourself. Without spoiling anything, he's forced to deal with his clone, who's better than him in most ways. If you found out a better version of you was running around, what would you do? How would you react? Would you accept them with open arms? Also, if you've seen it, what did you think of Living With Yourself? Has anybody seen it?
Haven't seen it.
No.
I've seen the entire thing and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Paul Rudd is a treasure, as we already knew.
I mean, I live this anytime Anthony Carboni comes up here.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's terrible, and I just black it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate
to
it.
bring you up to speed with what's happening here, and for the rules of this hypothetical we have here, I'm not going to spoil obviously the events.
I've seen
of
the
Living With
trailer.
Yourself. I'll give it to you just to make sure everybody has
Give it to
seen
me. Hard.
Paul Rudd goes to a spa, he's thinking that he's going to come out like a new you. Great Tom Brady joke in here because Tom Brady comes out too.
I heard about this. Yeah, there was a big controversy there.
Was there?
Yeah.
What's the controversy?
The controversy was that the owner of the Patriots was caught on video getting hand jobs from sex workers inside of the spa or whatever.
Okay.
But this happened way before he did the taping.
Okay.
So this happened way after he did the taping.
Okay.
So he filmed all this stuff.
He's
and
like, it'll be fun.
And in this movie, he walks out, and it's like he comes out of a spa, and they're like, he's like, he's looking refreshed or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a big gag or whatever. But, there was a lot of reporters that were like, did you, like...
Did you know the other guy was getting handies at spas? and
That's
you were coming
weird.
out of a
Yeah,
spa?
like your owner got caught doing it, and he's like, look, you guys are making it into a different thing. Like, I filmed this way before anything of that happened, so it was, like, really awkward. And
Tom
shit.
Brady sucks, but that is unfair because, yeah, at no point is this spa alluded to being like it's going to be the old rub
That
and
sounds
tug.
really dumb.
What?
That controversy.
People
Wait,
want the headlines.
Who
you know?
was Tom Brady was getting hand jobs?
No, the owner, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots.
I was like, why would Tom Brady need to pay to get a hand job?
The owner of the
Hey,
Patriots.
man, don't worry
The
about
owner of the Patriots.
relationships aren't what they seem
No,
like.
owner of the
I
Patriots-
just gonna say I'm pretty sure Tom Brady could walk into a Starbucks with his dick out, and someone would be like,
The
"Oh,
owner
you're
of the
Tom Brady."
Patriots,
Oh,
his
okay.
wife died like 4 years ago.
So
So,
he's
then he was
getting
caught
rough.
recently getting hand jobs in a spa, like
Yeah.
a massage place
Yeah.
or whatever. And then in this show, Tom Brady walks out of this spa and he's looking
Oh.
relieved and relaxed.
Got it.
And everybody was like, "Wow, you're doing a spa joke, really?" And he's like, "Look, I filmed this way before any of that should happen."
Did he get a
Also-
haircut?
Yeah.
Who?
Tom
Was
Brady.
that where you're going? with
No,
it?
no,
Or
no.
he
But
said
his
also-
hair is terrible. He needs to
Yeah.
get a haircut. He needs to go to a fucking barber.
If I'm an
It
old
is
man
worse.
and
The amount
Jen
of times
dies
Tom Brady's
and I
come
want to
up.
go get a fucking hand job at some whatever weird spa
With
and
a
they-
consenting adult?
and they catch me when I walk out, yeah, I got a
No,
fucking hand
no.
job. My wife died. You want to see her ashes, and I'd have this bag of ashes.
You just take a handful. You guys want to
you wanna
snort some Jen?
You want to make a federal case? I would talk to my wife.
She's in you.
Disappears.
Have fun with the nightmares. The nightmares.
Oh, I'm doing that. If Jen
Yeah.
goes first.
Oh,
I'm
God.
doing that 100%.
Oh, you got to just like a gallon Ziploc bag, and then when
No,
when
not even
you're
that. Have it like in the pouch, like the climbers do.
Oh,
When
yeah.
they're getting ready to like go up a wall.
I picture LeBron James
Yeah.
like, throwing up the dust.
So you didn't tip me, oh, didn't I? A blessing from my wife. Bonjour.
So anyway, living with yourself.
Oh, yeah, okay. So he goes there not understanding what the procedure is. No one understands what it is, right? He gets cloned. He wakes up in a shallow grave. He was supposed to die, but the drugs didn't work the way they were supposed to. So now there's the clone of him and the original him. The clone of him has all his memories. And yes, is a better version of him because it's like a brand new soul and all this jazz or whatever. So the idea here is that it's not that in this situation, an identical Tim and Greg walk in to do a podcast together. But it's the idea that there'd be another Tim who has all the memories of Tim. And then we start these, different mind tracks here. So it's not that you just have this guy who looks like Tim and has his DNA, but it has no memories. He knows everything. He is Tim. We have two Tims suddenly.
I love this.
Yeah?
This sounds great.
Who's gonna hang out with Gia? Who's gonna be married to Gia?
Better Tim.
Other Tim.
Better Tim. You're gonna walk away.
100%.
I mean,
It's a good
he
chance.
has it under control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I trust. And
You gave it up real quick.
He's going to need me. No, it's teamwork. You know what I mean? There's going to be a mutual understanding between us two Tims where at any moment
Double
we'll be
penetration?
able. Yeah, double
So what-
penetration for sure.
So
Are you telling Gia right at the top?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Both of us
you're
would.
pulling a Michael Keaton from Multiplicity.
What a good
Never
Well, no,
seen
he
it.
does. He didn't confess right away,
No, but okay, that's a good point. Good point.
and also his clones are all different.
I think Gia would be absolutely okay with it, provided that you manipulated whatever gene allows people to want to be touched. If your new
Well, it's the
clone
better version,
wanted
it's
to
the better
snuggle-
part.
Better version doesn't want to be touched. Better version
Better
better
version
at
doesn't
not
want to
being
be touched.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I feel like Gia's not gonna like
exacerbated.
this then. If
She's
if
gonna love
better-
it. No, because like 2 of me means that you're getting like 60% of a normal human. You know what I mean? Normal
Like attention-wise?
functionality. No, just functionality.
Well, here's what I think would happen: is honestly, you would make him go hang out with Gia, and you would just play video games all day, and
No.
then that would never change.
No, it's not that. I feel like we would like tag team. I get tired easily. I imagine he'd get a little less tired. We'd be able to trade off efficiently. Each one of us would be able to sleep 12 hours a day. Flip
No, that's fair.
Flip and flop, flip and flop.
That's fair.
So you'd have 24 hours of a Tim.
of Tim. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck. See, this is
24
real good.
hours of Tim.
See, that's the thing, of course, like in the show, he's got like a real job, like an office job, so it doesn't make as much sense. But for us, man, we turn into content immediately. Hey, we got 2 of us. That's great. There's going to be an all stream going on. And like you're saying,
Yeah.
that would be the thing, right? Of like with another Greg. First off, I don't want that. I'd have to kill him. But with 2 of us, it would be the idea of like, all right, cool. Like one plays video games and hangs out. You're on it on day, off day, on day, off day.
Why would you want to kill you?
I only need one. There only
That's
needs to be one.
such bullshit, dude.
You know what
I
I
would
mean?
take 2 Greg Millers in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but you don't have to deal with the consequences of it, right? Like I don't, not even a better version of me, just another version of me. Like I don't need that. You know
I
what
would say that
because
there
he's
would
going to
be
be in love with
so
Gen
many-
2. I don't want to share. I don't want to share Porty. I don't want to have like it's I don't want to like what am I going to do with Lucy James now?
See, that's
Lucy,
only,
you got to move
only
out. There's
child
another
syndrome.
Greg.
I'm good at sharing. I've grown. I've known how to share. I'll share with other Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd be down.
But the other problem is like, are we at kind of funny now paying the clone salary too?
No, we don't. We can't afford that.
And what is that? How do we get into that?
That one has to be what Greg Miller is. Your follow up plan is he has to serve food. He has to go to the Cheesecake Factory and wait tables.
Shit, fuck. Now it just got interesting, guys.
Yeah.
No. See, here's the thing. Well, maybe no. I insist that we hire other Greg Miller, because that's the thing. Another Greg Miller. And another Tim can sell another Greg Miller, making exponential money to be able to hire exponential people.
And think
but
about
another
other
Greg Miller
the problem is
could be
other
at all
Greg
these
Miller
work trips.
Won't have the following of this Greg
Money.
Miller. Neither will other Tim. So what are you selling?
I don't need the following. I just need other Greg Miller to get the following. He'll figure it out.
Now, see, I think here's where we go. I think we do this. Other Greg Miller works at the Cheesecake Factory until
Can he work at Buffalo Wild Wings?
He can work at Buffalo
Thank you.
Wild Wings. You're not gonna make as much money, but whatever.
First off, here's the thing. I'm sorry to interrupt. Just heads up, because other Greg Miller's starting from the same place as me. Right now, sight unseen, van pulls up. People run up here. The bag over my head. They baton me. I wake up at a Buffalo Wild
Start
Wings.
shoving things up your
The
ass.
Buffalo Wild Wings Corporation does this, right? Literally, I'm in the apron and the jersey. I could walk out, immediately be fine. Well, what do you need? What do you want? You want the wedges with cheddar? Sure, I got you. No problem. I'll be right back, sir. I'll freshen up that iced tea in a second. You fucking do that and drop me at a Cheesecake Factory? I'm like, woof.
That's a hard menu.
Can I have a fucking year to learn this fucking menu?
Yeah.
Like,
Can I get
keep
it?
coming out with the Buffalo Blast? And like, sir, I did not order this.
Yeah, to be fair,
Ted, do we serve a shrimp linguine burger? You know, who the fuck
Here's what I'm
knows
saying.
what's happening
With
there?
you and B
depending
Dubs.
on what Buffalo Wild Wings you go to, they don't know the menu there either.
That's why I'd be starting employee.
Here's what I'm saying. If you do get hired at Buffalo Wild Wings, you have the work ethic. You have a great memory.
You turn that place around.
That's what I'm saying.
See, I have a great short-term memory, which is great for this.
You will become the star at fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, and every time anybody goes there, they're going to be like, "I want Greg to be my server, and I'm going to tip him because he deserves it."
What section's Greg? What's Greg's session?
Yeah, he's at the bar now. Okay, we'll go back there, and they're going to tip you really well because they want good service because they know whenever they go there, it's always shit service.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it out right there. Because we've talked about it, we've joked around. It's enough joking around about this. Someone out there runs Buffalo Wild Wings, and I assume someone knows that person. Hit them up and tell them I want a weekend. I'll take a Tuesday night. Give me a shift out there. You know what I mean? Just let me go. Let me see what's up. Let's see how good I could do it.
You will not like it.
I'm gonna love it.
You will not like it.
You don't know me.
The second you get in the weeds.
Oh yeah. When it gets stressful.
When it gets stressful, and then people start getting... Because there's a fine line between everyone being your best friend, and then the second their food is late, they are fucking assholes to you.
And that's not in your control, too.
It's not in your control.
That could be a cook issue.
Sometimes the cook made the wrong thing. Sometimes the order went through, they didn't see it, and then you're... Or
Next thing you know, Terminator's after you.
You're fucked. That's the problem.
Point of sale Terminator.
Next thing you know, we're at Buffalo Wild Wings with Snowbike Mike, and Snowbike Mike orders the strawberry lemonade, and so do I, and I don't get mine. And I just sat there.
The headlines, I think.
And he was like, "Somebody was like, you want some of mine?" Like, yeah, sure. I'm not going to bother.
Offer you it. You want some of mine?
I'm not going to bother asking for one.
When
did you guys go to Wild Wings?
It was a long time ago.
It was a long. Yeah, you guys were both. I think you.
That's
both
why
were
he
out
was
of
in
town.
here doing the show.
What's that?
He was in here doing the show when he did Games Daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We were like, hey, we're going to take you to our favorite place. This is when we thought Buffalo Wild Wings was turning around because your friend's friend worked there. And she was awesome.
Friends, who's the girlfriend of the movie guy.
Yeah. And I was like, this is cool. This person's great. I'm sure her energy and positivity and attitude had
turned the entire
radiated.
place around.
And I think she doesn't work there anymore. I think they killed her.
No way. Yeah.
And that was it. 'Cause
She's
this
making
place
it look
is
bad.
fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Not only was it terrible, when I got up to give myself a refill, nobody told me to stop. They were like, well, that makes more sense. We should adopt that methodology right now. Like, fuck you.
Nick, I swear when I'm there and I'm waiting on you, you don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean?
I think, here's the deal. Serving food is actually more difficult than I think you think.
I know I'm not at all trying to make light of the job.
Yeah.
I just think there's one thing I was born to do, and it's
I think
not
you'd be
this, but I
very-
think it's pretty high on the list of things I was born to do.
You could do it. You could do it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I don't think you could. I don't think you'd knock it out of the park day one.
I'm pretty 50-50 on it.
There's a speed. First off, if you're entering in your own food, there's a speed that you have to gain with learning where all that stuff is. Sure. That's gonna hold you up right there. You ever been to a Starbucks when they're training the new employee?
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's that times 18 tables a night. That's gonna suck, right? Wait, where's the iced coffee again? Oh, it's on a drip, but it's iced. Drip. Where is it? That's what you're gonna do every single time when you go to that machine. The machine is gonna be a big problem. If
Someone,
your trainer
real quick, if you work at Buffalo Wild Wings, send me photos of the point of sale system, and I'll start learning.
I think that you have to master the idea of treating all of your tables like one, not just and don't let them one trip you. That's the hardest thing. So when you see 4 tables, if someone sits, get everyone's drink order at once. You know what I mean? When you go, you're doing drink orders, get everyone's refills at once, bring them all there.
Yeah,
Take everyone's order at once if you can. That's what you got. That's the big key to not getting in the weeds.
The one trip.
The shitty thing is when you start getting a table sat, right, and then you go get their drinks, you come back, start taking their, and then another table gets sat, and then the same thing, and that's when it starts getting a little hectic. So, this is just my little keys of wisdom for you.
I mean, what we should do again is figure out Buffalo Wild Wings should sponsor this, or Cheesecake Factory, or any other restaurant that wants to sponsor this, and then you get to sit there, you get to commentate. You're shoutcasting what I'm doing.
Now,
and you can throw me curveballs. You can bring in.
Can I shoutcast?
Here's the table full of blind ladies, and I'm like, oof, this is outside of my element. You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys want? And they're like, food, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Can you read the menu to me? I guess.
Well, you're in the right place because here everything you eat with your hands, so that's easier.
Good point.
We're family.
And also, you got to be specifically good at upselling. That's what you got to go. You got to go in with the mindset. These people want. These people want
This
water.
doesn't sound right.
Wait, what, Nick?
Listen, these people-
I was totally with you this entire. I was like, damn, Nick's dropping some knowledge. You got to upsell?
You got to upsell
How come?
because people want waters, they want free bread, and they want one entree.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
I want to flip that
Okay,
table.
every. How many times have you been on a date where you're like, if this woman orders a fucking appetizer, we're done. You got to get in there. You got to sell them on beers. Alcohol's great if you can get. And this is Buffalo Wild Wings, so we're not doing bottles of wine unless Gia's there. But like, when I used to work at the Italian restaurant, it was sell a bottle of wine. That was your goal. Sell a
Are
bottle
you
of wine. Sell
upselling
an
now?
appetizer.
You're
sell a
upselling.
dessert.
You're upselling for your own tip.
Yeah.
Because it's percentage based.
Well, because if I come in, if the average table at Buffalo Wild Wings, the average 2 top is probably $25. That's a $5 tip. If I can get them up to $50, that's a $10 tip. If I do that with all my tables, I'm making twice as much when I get out of there. Does that make sense? Desserts, a good upsell, but you got to get them primed, right? You got to get them right with those. That's why when you walk to the table, you go, "Can I get any appetizers, sir? You guys want me to fire up some of those?" And then you name a couple. Right, you guys want some of those pickle
cheese
chips?
poppers? Yeah.
You guys like chili? Oh, I love my. Let me bring you guys order that. Couple. With us, we're suckers. Oh yeah, I'll give.
Yeah,
bring
that's
us
the
all.
thing is, if you name a couple things, you're gonna get the guy at the table that's like, "Are we getting that?
But
Are we
that's the
getting
thing.
that?
It's always
Are
me.
we getting that?"
Yeah. So
And that's you. That's you, Tim. You're that guy.
I love those mozzarella sticks.
I feel like we're all a little bit.
Yeah, we all have
Yeah.
our own kink. That's the thing when you get up there.
And that's the thing. And then the thing is, all you have to do is sell one person on the beer. Because if it's a party of 6
Oh,
dudes,
sure, yeah.
if I get you, if you're the drink,
But
I'm
you're a
like, "You wanna
wild
get a beer?"
See, this is the thing too, I guess. You're right. You're not wrong. But for us in there doing this this experiment, I'm in there for the love of the game. You know what I mean? This will still be my day job. This will still be the thing paying the bills.
Oh, I get it,
I'm going
but-
out there at night, swinging the bat, just having fun. You
But,
know what I mean?
yeah, I get
Every
it.
day out here is a day at the beach. You know
But
what I
you're,
mean?
but see, you're a guy that likes to be the best at something. So you're gonna get in there, and Jimmy fucking Bagaducci over there, who's been serving for a while, is just a little bit better than you. And you're like, if I just put a little bit more time into this,
See,
I
again,
could be better than Jimmy Bagaducci.
I think right now I could walk off the street at Serramonte into that Wild Wings in our homemade apron, and I'd be the best person there.
Well, first off, you'd be the only person there. So, so by default, yeah, you'd be the best server.
Yeah.
I swear to fucking God, last time we saw it, I was like, I think there's only one person working.
Yeah.
I think our waiter had to go back and fire the fucking wings themselves.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
With a clone of myself,
Yeah, please do.
I would try to get him hired here and try to convince him, like, obviously, we can't afford another me, right?
Well, he would understand the financials. Yeah,
Yeah. Because better than me, smarter than me.
exactly.
But
at what
there's a
point-
part of me that also wants me to just have him at home and just he's freelancing all night. He's freelancing
Yeah.
all day and night.
Yeah.
Just crushing.
And bringing in a lot of funds, right? Whether it's art, design, whatever the fuck. He's just constantly freelancing, editing maybe. Or what if he heads up party mode? Brings it back.
Sure.
Brings it back in a strong way.
Yeah.
See, I would do the opposite. If I had a clone of me, I would send his ass down to LA and be like, just start working your way through the Comedy Store. That's it. Just every fucking day, just stay at the Comedy Store, and I will fund that existence, and then until you get your name on the building.
Because he's
Come
better
down
than
there.
you. He's,
You gonna go down
he's
there?
funnier and more
Oh,
creative.
then,
than
yeah,
you.
then I'll swap out with him. And
But you're
when
gonna
he's
be
not
terrible
look-
when
when
you
he's
do
not
it, 'cause he
looking.
hasn't done the work.
Well, I just
You haven't done the work.
right in the back of the
Yeah.
fucking head. Just
Yeah.
ice pick.
But he would know that'd be your plan because he's you.
But also, how awesome would it be if I don't see. I'm the opposite of you. Whereas you go out there for love of the game. I just want the recognition. So if there's a guy out there named Nick Scarpino who looks like me, people are gonna go, "How are you so awesome at stand up and also quasi mediocre at making podcasts?" And
Man,
I'm
you
like,
finished that Game Over or the Kind of Funny podcast at 5:00, and then you're on the stage at the LA Comedy
That's
Show
what
at
that's just me, man.
6:15. How did you do that?
I'm just awesome at that. I would do what they did in Multiplicity, where all of a sudden I became a perfect person because there's three of me doing all the shit I don't want to do. It's
She
great.
touched my pepe.
She touched my peppy.
I'm worried about two Nicks. The second you realize
That's 2 lawsuits.
Dude,
the second you
Double
realize
jeopardy,
that
though,
you can touch yourself, you're not leaving. Both Nicks are rendered useless.
Yeah.
do you think
It's just an endless
You'd make some-
69.
you'd make some
It's a
fucking
69
porn.
that makes
You would
the
make some
infinity
sick
symbol.
I would not do that to myself. I have no desire to blow myself. But I'd blow your twin.
I got cool, Greg.
No desire.
Yeah.
But
And also,
again,
it
you
would
just
be-
want the recognition.
Here, well, no, that,
Suddenly, you have your own category on Pornhub that's just clones,
clone porn. That's pretty cool.
right?
Clone boat.
But I mean, like, the thing is
Clone
this though.
bone,
The thing
yeah.
is, the clone can't be in my house because
Here we go.
my wife doesn't like me there most of the time. Having another me, she would just leave. Maybe she would leave. She would just never come
Ooh,
back.
what if we just use a spare Nick to always like do the cleaning and organizing around here?
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
If you guys hired other Nick to just clean out the prop closet all day long, I'd be fucking happy with that.
Yeah.
And other Nick would love that, by the way. Other Nick would be like, where you're talking about your calling was that. Other Nick's organizing and cleaning things was other Nick's like calling.
Nick, your straw looks so sad.
I wanted to touch base before we close out the show of how disgusting this
It
straw
looks like a wilted flower that died.
God,
It looks like
Well,
Timefall got it.
I wanted to take it out, but I didn't want the desk to get sticky.
Sure,
so
no,
I just,
I appreciate that. I'm not making fun of you. It's just how I'm sorry about your paper straw.
hate
gross
this
Went to
straw.
Day of the Devs yesterday here in San Francisco, right? And they were like, all right, cool. Here's your 21 and over wristband. Here's your stamp. And then here's your reusable straw. And they gave me this little PlayStation branded, Day of the Devs branded like keychain. And then you open it up and there's a blue straw inside. I was like, what the fuck is
You
this?
should have taken it out right in front of him and snapped it with your fucking.
Like, you can't snap it. It's like, it's very like, woo, it's, you know what I mean?
Flick it like
Wobbly.
a cigarette. Fuck you. I don't,
Like,
need
I
a
don't
straw.
drink enough
I'm a
of
man.
these
Ooh,
straws.
I would also use Spare Andy. I'd make a band with Spare Andy.
Would
What's
your
their
band be
name?
called Spandy? Spare
Candy Andes. Andy Mountains.
The Spares.
The Spares, that's pretty good.
The Spares is
Double
a deadly
Trouble.
name. Andes.
Double
but not
entendre.
but plural, not
Keep
possessive.
Double entendre.
Keep them coming.
But okay, so Andy's plural possessive.
Andy squared.
Andy squared is what I was thinking.
Andy
yeah.
squared.
Yeah.
Double fun. Double the double
The
Andy.
Andy effect.
There's got to be
Double
something
Andy.
with Cortez right there.
The Cortezes.
Dan Cortez.
Quartet. If there was 4 of us.
Cortez.
Yeah,
we gotta get there.
That's really good. That's kind of hard.
That's
to get
really
there.
fucking good shit.
But yeah, I would do something. It would definitely be creative. Like the amount of times that I thought, man, if I could just have a clone of myself. That's what I always thought when I was in my band. I was like, man, if I just had a clone of myself to fucking do that thing that I am unable to do at the same time. You know what I
See,
mean?
that's my thing is I don't think I want a clone as much as I want the ability to like boop, split into two, Guiji, get some stuff
Terminator
done, and
Dark
boop,
Fate.
come back
Terminator
together.
Dark Fate.
Terminator
yeah.
Dark Fate.
You know, it'd be real cool if there was 2 of you. It'd make it that much easier to do the 4 video where you're singing and harmonizing with yourself.
Yeah.
You'd still have to do the other 2, but like,
You'd also be good at wheelbarrow races, you know.
Oh, real good.
Real good.
I feel
Yeah.
like of all the people here, I want to just take a second and go back to it. Like, I feel like Andy's twin would be the one that's 69ing him. I don't think that I would. Like, I feel like once they just decided to
Tongue
do
in
that,
the
they would
asshole,
never
yeah.
get out of bed.
I'd be doing a lot of 1v1 basketball for sure.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
For sure.
And you definitely all know you know what you want to do in the situation. so you know what
yeah,
I mean?
you're in your head. But it's
Yeah.
also just a great workout.
It's just you just look at them and they're staring at each other.
Well,
time
what,
they go-
what's
This
better
advanced
though?
game being played in their brain.
That's a
the
great
scary
point too.
part.
Yeah.
You're eventually gonna hate yourself.
Exactly.
More than usual.
You know what? Have the other one come here. I can go to Funhouse.
Oh shit.
No, the other one's not allowed. I already
No,
talked
the
to
other
Bruce.
we get the better
we
one.
own the one.
We get the other one.
Bruce, who no longer works.
That was in his contract. That was in when he left.
Hasn't been there for 4 months.
But it's Funhouse, so he's still probably the hiring manager.
Cool, Greg. What would you do with a clone of yourself?
Beat his ass,
Yeah,
bro.
cool. Greg would kill himself.
Yeah,
He would kill
yeah,
that clone.
no, yeah. Cooler Greg. That wouldn't. Yeah,
Fuck,
that,
no.
that'd be the
Would you
fucked up
want
part.
all of us to jump him?
Cool Greg and Cooler Greg?
Like if you're like,
I
guys,
might give him a fair one, but I might not. I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on it.
Okay. you
If
sleep on it.
he had another cool Greg, but he was like a little bit more mellow, could we call him Chill Greg?
Cool Greg, could we call it the chiller version of you, Chill Greg?
Well, Chill for
After I
short.
beat
We'll call
his
him
ass,
Chill.
you call me anything you want.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Kind of Funny podcast each and every week. 4 best friends gather on this table.
do it at the
beginning. Each want to talk to you about whatever they want to talk about. If you like that, head on over to patreon.com/kindafunny. You can get each and every episode early as when we record them. What are you giggling at?
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard at one of the questions we didn't read, which is, what is your favorite Mel Gibson movie?
Everyone think about that. We'll do that. We will do that in the future from Jay. Jay wanted that. And then Cody Peters from Chicago said, if you could rewrite/tweak any movie's plot from which movie would you choose?
No, that's fine.
These, of course, were
I have
submitted
one
at
as well.
Don't wanna answer that.
patreon.com/kindafunny.
What reptile would you want to be furry?
Yes.
Think about all that. You can submit your own topics. Patreon.com/kindafunny.
What is wrong with
you? You can get the show with a pre and post show. You can get it ad free if you don't want to give us any bucks and get it early. No big deal. You can get it with ads. No
Iguanas.
pre and post show. YouTube.com/kindafunny. Roosterteeth.com. Podcast services around the globe each and every Friday. Until next time, we have a post show to do. It's been our pleasure to serve you.
Greg,
Yeah.
you need to remember that because that needs to be the headline and thumbnail of an episode. What reptile would you make furry?
Because I was thinking about it the other day. There was a
Don't spoil it. You're in the
What?
post show.
Yeah,
People are
yeah,
watching,
yeah.
so
We
you're going to
gotta
do it
save
later.
this, man.
Yeah, let me get that chat, Big Bear Bear. See what's
It's
happening
kinda
over there.
crazy. The only streaming podcast that we're not on is like right in the middle of the background on my hat.
Title?
Yeah, it's right just in the middle of our
Yeah,
show.
but, you
Just
know.
chilling
oh,
in the
that's
back.
their logo?
Yeah.
I
that's
didn't
their-
know
that's their
that.
clothing company.
Oh,
They won't be around for long. Don't worry.
We'll see.
Joey says we need a second Andy. First Andy is broken. I like that. That was a good twist. That was a good swerve.
There's no way Andy doesn't smoke weed. Guys, I don't. I swear.
Andy, you're such a fucking stoner.
I don't know, dude. I smell stuff around our house every once in a while.
I
think
I
it's
just
you, man.
fart a lot, dude.
Oh, wow.
What's up? What are you asking?
I was wondering what that was because I didn't know if it was that holiday Red Bull we had in Toronto that one time.
Oh, no. No, but there. So what's interesting is there is that sort of pumpkin. What was it?
It was like Christmas spice.
There was a Red Bull called like Christmas
Holiday-
Spice. It was like a holiday
holiday.
special, but it tasted like a citronella candle. It was really really bizarre.
It was good.
But then there's also a winter version of this. You know, they have the summer and they have the fall
Antifreeze.
version. The winter version is like I think plum something.
Okay.
Something with plum.
Sure, plum.
Decent.
Decent plums.
I like how Red Bull's experimenting with all these different flavors.
They really are innovators in the
Yeah.
energy drink sport.
Mm-hmm.
In the field of energy.
Emily in the chat, right? I'm heading off. I'm watching Nick set at the Comedy Store in 20 minutes.
I watched a movie that I would fucking love to have rewritten called The Kitchen over the weekend. It's the Melissa McCarthy, Emily Moss, Tiffany Haddish movie where their husbands go to jail, so they decide to take over. It was so... And it's based on a Vertigo comic, which I didn't know. It's so fucking bad.
That trailer
really?
looked so awesome, but you could tell it was going to be bad.
Fucking bad. To the point where I'm like, I don't know if everyone knew they were working on the same movie.
It looks really good.
It should have been good. It was a fun concept.
Did Melissa
But it-
McCarthy leave SNL to do movies?
Melissa McCarthy?
Is that working out for her?
Was she ever on
Melissa
SNL?
McCarthy?
I don't think she was on
She was,
there.
she was never on.
Oh,
it.
she was on Mike and Molly.
She was on Mike and Molly.
Yeah,
And then that show ended and she started doing movies.
Gotcha.
And
Oh,
yes,
you
it's
said
working.
movies are not working out for her?
Movies are definitely working out.
I
for
said,
her.
is it working out for her? I was
Melissa
asking.
McCarthy is like getting nominated for a bunch of Oscars and shit now.
Yeah, the Kitchen was one of the only movies that I think.
For Ghostbusters?
No, Can You Ever Forgive Me? It was a really, really, really good
She
movie.
made that up.
Really
Like
fucking
comedy?
good movie. No.
She doing pratfalls in that one?
Definitely
Sitting on
not.
whoopee cushions?
No, it's a Can You Ever Forgive Me is a hard drama about a woman who is a writer. It's based on a true story, who decided to start forging historic letters from other authors.
Okay.
Because she had written biographies of a couple authors, and so she, in researching them, she came across these letters, and she found a letter in a book that she had, and was like, "Oh, I'm just going to take it because I need money." Takes it to an art dealer and they're literary dealer or whatever, and she goes, "Oh, I'll give you like $50 for this, but if it was like more risque,
Juicy.
I would give you like $200 for it." So she takes it home and then types a PS on it. That's like, by the way, yada yada. It's talking shit about someone else. Takes
Sure.
it to another art dealer, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" Like, I'll totally. And then she gets it just spirals down
That
where she
sounds
starts
awesome.
buying other typewriters and different kinds of paper and
I wanna
stock
see
and all
this
that
movie.
stuff. It's really, really good.
Is it in the Catch Me If You Can universe?
Definitely, yeah. It turns out she goes on a co-op mission with Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and they forge
okay.
each
It,
other
it
together.
turns out
Frank
both
Abigail Jr.
turns out both of those stories were real. So yes, technically
It is,
they're
right?
the
It's in
same
our universe,
That
so
is
yeah.
very true. That was a really good movie. Yeah, Melissa McCarthy, dude. I'll tell you
Can
what.
I get it on like a streaming service?
Yeah, it's on. I think it's on HBO right now, actually.
I like the idea that every based on a true story is in a cinematic universe. Like Titanic, also. Like Leonardo, holy shit.
It's true.
2 Leos, 1 universe.
Fuck, that's great. That's an awesome. And Aviator, right? And
Yeah.
Howard Hughes movie.
Man.
That's a great. Hey, everybody, we're never gonna do anything with that. That's a great bit for somebody to run with.
Oh, Madonna.
Aviator was such a good movie.
Aviator was great.
Who did that one?
I feel-
This is Scorsese.
I feel like Catch Me If You Can is probably my favorite. One
Leo
of my
movie?
favorite Leo movies.
Dude, that was on TV the other day, and it draws you in.
Fucking
It's a
Tom
movie.
Hanks, so
That is
good.
a movie that you cannot switch away from. When it's on, you just watch it.
It's
It's so good.
Where you going tonight, Frank? Tell me to stop.
So good.
two mice fall in a bucket of cream. One mouse gives up, drowns.
It's been a while since we've heard
The
that.
other mouse, I forget, but then
Struggles, turns into butter.
turns into butter, climbs out. What's gonna be, Frank? It's fine.
I'm just a cook.
Coleman DiCaprio in review. Let's do it. Can't wait for the
I
beach
wanna-
to pop
I wanna
up on
do-
the
Fuck you, listen, I love.
Tarantino interview, man.
I love.
yeah.
Oh well, definitely I have to get around to that eventually. But I love Catch Me If You Can, but nothing will ever fucking beat Wolf of Wall Street.
Not a
That
good
movie is made for me.
It's so good.
It was made for me.
What about The Departed?
Almost as good as Oscar-winning Departed.
Never heard of it.
Best picture.
Miss Jasmine 300 says, Nick, did you see that Timothée Chalamet film The King on Netflix? I did not watch it, but my wife did, and she liked it a lot.
You excited for The Irishman?
Very excited for that.
Me too.
3 hours
too.
long. You know why I'm excited for it? 3 hours long, but I can watch it at home.
Yeah, that was my thing. Where I was like, I remember hearing it was long.
Yeah.
And then Kevin was like, "Oh, we got screeners." I was like, "Oh, can Jen and I come?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can. It's totally fine." And then I looked it up and I was like, "No, sorry, I'm not going downtown on a Thursday and fucking sitting in a movie theater."
Also,
for 3.5
God
hours.
bless him, but the only reason Netflix is putting that movie out in theaters is to try to get some Academy Award noms.
Sure.
And it's like, fuck you, I'm not going to go see it in theaters. It's going to be on Netflix 2 weeks later. Like, I don't have to wait that long. This is perfect for me.
Well, I don't think fuck us. I mean, fuck them if they can do it. You know what I mean? Go get it.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Hey, go for 'em. Go for it.
Get paid.
Recently, I tweeted a picture of this because I thought it was worth doing. But I had a dream that for some reason I thought about Timothy Chalamet and
It's Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée.
Who is Timothée Chalamet?
That's how you say his name.
And Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like in a
It's
movie,
Tom
they
Holland.
played the same person, like two sides of the same person. In
Uncharted.
this fake ass movie.
You know
Was
what?
was it like a face-off situation?
It was, and for some reason, like they merged at the end. And in my dream,
They merged.
I was telling Gia about
blew
this
you.
movie, and I told her, I was like, I called them Tomothy.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it made me laugh so fucking hard.
Hilarious. That's why.
Tomothy.
Your dreams are fucking wild, dude.
I know, right?
I-
They fucking go there.
You know, Tom Holland's in that movie, the current Wars, coming out. It's about
yeah.
the guys that made electricity.
Is that one where he's bald?
No, I don't think so. He plays like the assistant to like Nikolai Tesla or some shit like that. I don't.
Cumberbatch is in it.
Yeah, Cumberbatch is in it. I want to say, I forget. It doesn't matter. There's a bunch of great actors in it. It's going to be a movie that's going to be great. No one's going to watch it. But I don't like Tom Holland in movies that aren't Spider-Man. I'll just put that out there. I support him, and I want him to keep making Spider-Man movies, but fucking don't not make Spider-Man movies. You know what I mean?
I mean, wait, are you saying this based off his performance or just?
No, I just don't like. I see him, and I'm like, I want you to be Spider-Man.
He should be making
So
more
why are
money.
you
wasting your time not being
what the
This
fuck
is
are you
the
doing in
argument
this
with all.
real movie?
Remember, I talk about this all the time with like the DC things. You sign these people for a contract, just do a year, just fucking shoot back to back to back, film it all. Just be done with it. You know what I mean? Then I don't got to worry about Ben Affleck or whatever he's doing.
Blaffleck.
Yeah.
You don't gotta worry about.
I never saw a camera.
Tell you what, the fucking Matt Reeves movie's shaping up to maybe be not bad,
No,
Based on what?
based on the casting.
Yeah.
Against some good people.
Yeah.
It's going to be a younger cast. The concept of what Batman is, which is going to be cool. You know, more of a detective. I think that's
I
going
like
to
that
be
a
cool.
lot. I'm excited. Can't
See.
wait.
I mean, they shot themselves in the foot with fucking Twilight guy, but whatever. It's fine.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Why
hell
do you
no,
hate him
dude.
so much?
Robert Pattinson, fucking awesome actor.
Not a good actor.
Have you seen anything recently of his?
I saw all 18 Twilight movies. So
I'm saying
listen,
recent.
I'm
though.
saying this: if you can't sell being a sparkly vampire, what can you sell?
Great point.
You need to watch some of his
Watch
recent.
this. Watch this. Watch this. Done. Vampire. Did you feel
Your
it?
mouth
I
looks
felt
so
it.
wet
I
there.
felt it.
It was
You need to watch some of his recent movies, Nick. He's a great actor.
I watched him in something. The movie about them trying to find a lost city of gold. I really liked him in it.
Cool.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor. I just like giving him shit for being in Twilight.
Okay.
Mr. Jasmine said, "Nick, are you want to see Ford versus Ferrari?" I do want to see that.
Trailers look good for that.
It looks great.
I like that cast.
Fun concept.
Kevin saw it.
He did
Joey
not
saw
see it.
No, I didn't.
No,
They did not see it.
they didn't end up going.
They put a lot of movies on the calendar and then just never to go to them.
There's a ton of dumbass movies. We were talking about this in the pre-show. They're talking about this marriage life thing. I'm
Yeah, Kevin's like
"Ugh."
every day because he's got these
Whoop-de-doo.
screeners now. He comes up, he's like, "Hey, do you have any interest in?" Do you have any interest in seeing Last Christmas?
I
no.
was like, what the fuck is Last Christmas? And they went and saw it, and then I saw like the thing of it's like Amelia Clark and this thing. I'm like, fuck off, why?
No,
What is this shit?
I have no fucking. He's like, do you have any
Is he a
interest in
pilot now?
seeing-
He's a pilot now?
He kind of looks at me like, is Nick gonna yell at me right now? It's fun.
It's like it's pushing the Nick yelling factor. He's like, how close can I get without Nick yelling at me? But
But let me just drag this experience out as long as humanly possible.
Ignacio asked Greg, are you watching any Arrowverse before Crisis? No, I'm just going to jump in. I'll be fine. I saw the first teaser there with Brandon Routh out there in that suit. Hoo-wee! Let's go, boys.
Can Nick talk about the James Dean news? Are you talking about how they're
putting him in that movie.
Putting him in it's fucking terrible. It's horrible. Like the fact that they're taking a CGI James Dean and putting him in a movie is just like it should be illegal.
That article, if you read it, God,
I did not.
the
I just saw the headline. I was
The
like, this is
quotes
fucking
from
dumb.
the company doing it read so much like an Onion thing. It was like, we are really excited about this. It really opens up our back catalog for other actors we could return to the screen. And I was like, what the fuck
If
are
I
you
were
talking about?
first time if I were the James Dean estate, I'd be like, I'm
No
suing
way.
the shit
No
out of you.
fucking. Well, they say they signed off on it, obviously.
Oh, I would.
That's the whole point. It's like they're out there to fucking make a buck. They don't care.
That's terrible. I mean, you're
What-
ruining the legacy of. You're gonna start ruining the legacy of all these old actors.
What did you think of the Grand Moff Tarkin
I
stuff
thought,
in
I
Rogue
thought it
One?
was terrible. Why not just like? Here's my thing. Most modern audiences, they don't. Who cares? Just cast the guy that kind of looks like Grand Moff Tarkin, or
Right.
don't put him in it.
I feel there we're actually mixing two things up though. This isn't a sequel to Rebel Without a Cause. Like it's not like with Star Wars with Carrie Fisher in the end of Rogue One, whatever they're doing for the new one with her with Grand Moff Tarkin. Like these are established characters who need to do like whatever little things in it, and the family and the friends or whoever want to be part. This is they've cast James Dean in this movie. He's not like being one of his old characters.
Yeah,
or
it's
anything.
terrible. But with Tarkin, going back to that, like I don't think having another actor in that role would have been confusing or like I don't think it wasn't necessary that they used the same likeness of it. I get that Tarkin is a character that's recognizable, but I don't think it would have hurt the movie to just recast that role.
I think
it's not like with in the Matrix.
I feel like you just can't have him. You can't have Tarkin is too identifiable looking.
You cast another actor that's big, that's huge, that can.
Or you
that
do
can
what
that role.
the first second of him in that movie was, which was like kind of like the reflection stuff.
That I would have been okay.
That I liked.
with.
Yeah, that would have been cool if that was the rest of the movie.
Or
but
just
they
like you didn't
leaned
need
into
the
it.
character in it, just see him from the backside and like, oh, that's Tarkin, right?
Yeah,
like they almost did with Leia, and you're like, oh shit, that's Leia, that's awesome. And then
they're like, no, remember this technology we have?
It's terrible, and her mouth's like this. It's all over my face. Like, why doesn't her mouth move?
I get what you're saying, Greg, but I don't fully agree because I still think, especially with the actor who plays Tarkin's case, like he was dead at the time. Like Carrie Fisher hadn't passed away yet, I think, when Rogue One came out. So it was like a weird thing where for him it was weird of like, oh, we're bringing back this dead person.
But that's the thing. I hear you, and we're obviously, but I feel like there's a reason, and it's a cooler nod where it's like we're playing with so many loose things of my dad wasn't a crane operator and was in these movies and he had like this legacy and people loved his character and he did it for years and then by the time the movies came back around he was already gone. If they were like, hey, can we put him in? I'd be like, you know what? That's a really cool way to honor him. That's a cool way to. I don't want to see it recast as somebody else. Yeah, sure. Whereas like they're like, hey, James Dean family who's been removed from him for a generation or two.
Want to make some cash?
You want to just put him in this random ass movie that we're clearly using just for a headline for a weird ass indie movie? Yeah, sure, okay.
It's terrible. I mean, to me, it boils down to like, does the person get the opportunity to say yes or no to that role? And if he's not alive to do it, then I think it's disgusting.
Like it's one of those if Barrett, stick with me. Like if like right now, even with the Crisis on Infinite Earths thing, right? If they were like, we want to put Christopher Reeve in there somehow, if they weren't doing the Brandon Routh thing, like there would be like, oh, what a cool way to honor his legacy. And and again, this is what side do you fall on? But it's not like, hey, Nick and I are making a backyard wrestling movie, and we really want a digital Christopher Reeve in there. Sure, here's our money. You know what I mean?
It's terrible. Yeah.
I'm watching.
I just think yeah.
You're watching what?
I'm watching Watchmen, Alex.
Oh, I haven't seen the. I haven't watched any of it yet.
Yeah, neither have I. I'm waiting for the season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm waiting for the season to be out.
I hear great things.
The guy that plays Looking Glass, and Regina King are fucking awesome together.
Yeah,
it's a great cast, and the guy that plays Red Scare is good. He's the bad guy from Limitless, which I love.
But then also just
fucking Limitless.
Fucking the
It's
music.
What a movie!
Good.
What a fucking good movie.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Remember the Russian guy?
Time.
Yeah.
Who was like who accidentally took the pill and then realized what it was and then started like fucking with him and like basically like beating the shit out of him to get more and then tries to kill him at the end. I'm like, I hated that guy's character. I mean, you're supposed to hate him.
Yeah.
Like he was so good as a bad guy, but now he's one of the cops and he plays the Red Scare and he's awesome.
Nice.
Like the first time you see him, he's just wearing a red ski mask, but he's eating a powdered donut, so there's just powder all over his face.
That's fun.
It's really fun.
I'm also I started his Dark Materials.
Ooh.
How is it?
I couldn't get into it.
I don't.
I'm like 40 minutes in, and it hasn't really grabbed me yet. I plan on continuing.
I think when I was playing Death Stranding on another screen, Jen and Luce watched that. And I was checking it every so often. Get your Harry Potter weird ass shit out of here.
I feel like I might be a little bit unfairly. I know this is going to sound shocking, Tim, but without having seen something, have an unfair bias against it. Because I just did not like the movie they tried to do, and I'm like, why are you trying again? Like,
What was the movie?
The Golden Compass.
Yeah.
And it was with Daniel Craig, and I was like, oh, cool, Bond's in another movie. And then I was like, this movie sucks. It's boring. And there's a big polar bear.
I love the
Yeah.
I love
That was
the concept
CG
of it
movie,
all.
right? That like pushed CG forward.
No,
That's Polar
That's the
Express.
Polar Express, which was Uncanny Valley territory.
Final comment of this post show goes to Chance Carter, who says, "Update: Found my bong. We're good, everyone."
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support on Patreon.com/kindafunny. Remember, get more questions in for the show. These were great ones today. And can you beat? Which reptile do you want to see furry? We'll find out next time.
Before we go, Jack Ainsworth says, Catherine Langford's Morgan Stark scenes on Disney Plus. I need more info. You
Is
guys
Disney
can all
Plus
leave.
up?
Tim, give me your number.
No. What is it? Like,
What are you even talking about?
there was a scene from Endgame that was shot that no one's seen yet. That is Morgan Stark when she's grown up.
She hot?
And it's Catherine Langford from 13 Reasons Why.
Oh.
So is
gonna wait.
Disney Plus live?
No, but he might be from the
Future.
Netherlands.
I'm from the future.
Hey, everybody.
So how do we sign up for that shit? Like you already did the 3-year bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
But like It goes live in 12 hours.
You
or
can
something
sign up
like
right
We
now.
don't know. We don't know when it goes live anymore.
You can go to DisneyPlus.com. Or
Yeah, you
whatever
can
the
sign
fuck.
up.
There was a
you can-
countdown somewhere I saw.
Yeah.
There's a countdown, Disney.com, DisneyPlus.com, but you can just sign up now, and then you have a login. And
But
then you can log
at
in
one
on
point,
any
there were
app.
several different countdowns counting down to different times.
There still is several different.
No,
countdowns.
I checked all of the different countdowns, Tim. They all direct to the same time now.
All right, which
So-
is 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
All right.
Yeah, that's what Forbes has an article up here. The exact time you can start watching. So that's a bunch of farts.
Time to get up early tomorrow, Tim.
I hate it.
Time to
I
make the
know.
donuts, everybody.
Come back to me,
What?
You're like
Jack
fucking-
Ainsworth. I need you, unless you're fucking with me. Because you know the scene at the end of Endgame. Sorry, the end of Infinity War, where
The funeral.
Thanos sees Baby Gamora.
Yeah.
There's a scene that they shot that is after Tony dies, seeing Morgan.
Tony.
grown up.
Sees
interesting.
Tony sees Morgan. Yeah.
Does she talk to him?
I don't know. Probably.
I want to see it.
I want to know.
What do you mean, like in
It's like a deleted scene.
in a spiritual world?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the soul, whatever the fuck.
Afterlife.
That sounds fun. I like those movies. I know. I don't mean to go out on a limb here. I just
Yeah.
enjoy the MCU.
They're good. Yeah.
Good movies.
You want to keep watching while I read ads?
Yeah.
Should I take us off of the... Are we done?
You know, you guys lost your chance. I'm sorry, Jack.
Bye, guys.
Okay.